Greg. You gonna have to fix this in post, Greg.
That's fine.
A whole 2 minutes just gone. I see you got a red light on front of your camera. I should have known. All right, cool. Anyways, welcome back to Akki and Friends. Because none of my friends are consistent.
I'm here again.
I'm Akki. This is Cam.
Camille.
This is Will. You know the family. This is gonna be the new 2 hosts. I'm gonna try to make them consistent. Still gonna be because none of my friends are consistent. Will might get swapped out. It depends on him. Cam should be here.
Camille.
Yeah, stop calling her Cam.
Where the hell that come from?
Camille should be here. Anyways, so movies and TV shows come out. Yeah, we haven't had a podcast in a while. Probably the whole year we haven't had a podcast.
Is everybody up to date on the latest?
We'll just go up to date.
Show?
Yeah.
When was the last
Did you
podcast?
watch
That was
Dune?
last year?
Did you watch Dune yet? No.
Did I watch who?
Dune.
Doom?
Dune.
D-U-N-E?
Mm-hmm.
I never even heard of it. I've never even heard of it.
There you go. Let me help you out. Here you go. There you go. Just talk right there.
James Bond, anyone?
No, you went to see that without me.
Yeah, I can do that.
No, you can't. You can't go to the movies without me. I don't know why you think this is your mic. I don't know what you think this is, but
What do you mean?
you can't go to the movies without me.
Why I can't?
That's that's horrible.
No, it's not.
It is.
What if I got a date?
You hurt my feelings. We could have a date. I could have called Camille. No,
Wait
I
a
can't.
minute.
I could have called some. I could have went by. Anyways.
You can't go on Biscuit and just go bring one of them randoms.
You can't go to the movies by yourself?
Talking about. What are you talking about?
People that
What's
know.
wrong with you?
You said you could just go get a random. That's what you said.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Ain't that what you said?
No.
That's what you said.
Anyways, we can definitely
So since we all haven't seen James Bond or Dune.
Wait, Cam, you didn't see Dune?
Stop calling her Cam.
It's whatever.
No, it's not.
It is, actually.
But no one's ever done that one. That's new. And it's weird.
Camille, you haven't seen Dune?
No.
It's
I've
on
never even
HBO
heard
Max.
of it.
You don't have HBO Max?
I have ways of watching TV.
I like that. I like
Since
that.
I'm being recorded.
Yeah,
So
about that.
I didn't know to look for it.
Okay, don't worry
So I
about
probably could. But what is it?
It's
It's
a-
double O?
it. No, it's not. It's technically where George Lucas stole Star Wars from.
Yeah, somebody was
really?
telling me that
Because the
other day.
book Dune came out way before Star Wars ever
Really?
was created. Yeah, and George Lucas read. If you actually compare
They're very, very similar.
the universes, it is. You know, you
That's
have the
very
evil
interesting.
emperor. You have
The house.
the Siths. Yeah, you have Jedi's.
So he plagiarized.
Big plagiarized. Big.
That's
You
what it
have the
sound like.
one. You know, like Luke was the one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
God dang.
Luke wasn't the one.
Well, that makes me want to watch
Luke
it.
was the one.
No, he wasn't.
I've never really even seen Star
Anakin
Wars.
was the one.
Whatever.
I know of it.
No, but in the original trilogies, Luke was the one. We're not talking about this whole universe. We're talking about the first 3 Star Wars movies.
Anakin.
No, Luke was the one.
Well, they did the.
Yeah, the
They did the
prequels,
prequels
and
after
then
they did.
Anakin was the one in the prequels. Yes,
Yes.
which essentially after the prequels, yes, Anakin was the one
Right.
to cause all the mess. But yeah, no, Dune and Star Wars are like two of it. Like,
Very interesting.
yes, what's it called? Insecure. Y'all all watched Insecure, right?
Sometimes.
Something like that. No,
Yeah.
just the recent
I
episode.
can't tell if I'm 2 seasons behind or just one or on the.
How many seasons
Current.
of Insecure is it altogether?
4 or 5.
Yeah, I want to say.
I think this is the 5th
5,
season,
right?
yeah.
I
5,
stopped
yeah, it's 5
watching
seasons.
After 2.
And then I caught up.
I actually didn't even realize it was 5 seasons until like this year. And I've watched all the seasons.
Really?
Yeah.
You just watch them. Don't pay attention to the.
To the different seasons? No, not really.
Yeah, just be like, oh, the next one.
Yeah, I just
Watch it.
I work in the industry, so the industry moves so fast for me. I just don't know.
But yeah, so what? It came out Sunday.
Anyways, you're Greek. How did you feel if she was wearing Delta letters?
I can't really say because it's like you do want the exposure for your, sorority, fraternity. I don't know if she actually wore the shield or not. I think that's the question. But
what's the thing about the shield?
So for what it looked like she had like actual like, correct me if I'm wrong. She had like letters, the actual AKA letters, or was it just like a A? I remember she had a pink and green outfit in one.
She had a green and pink
outfit. And then, huh?
I know it was an A, but I don't know if it's the actual like.
I don't think it was the full thing. I think it was just an A that represented.
Said it was the full thing, but they didn't show the bottom A. So they was like they showed AK and they didn't show the bottom.
Oh, then that's why they got away with it.
Yeah.
Well, technically.
No, that's why you can get it. That's why you can. That's if you watch a lot of these movies, they'll use the colors and use like a letter or something. Yeah, inferring of it. But they don't have to. At that point, you don't have to go to nationals to actually get it approved. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because she was even like, "Do you want to go to the K event?" She didn't say, "Do you want to go to the AKA event?"
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I mean, because it's like there's two sides. It's like you have someone wearing it on TV and they're not. It's really no different than in real life, technically. So you have that issue. If you're not an AKA, if you're not an AKA and you decide to just like wear something, then I'm gonna have a problem. So technically, someone doing that on TV and they're not, it's technically the same thing, except for you have exposure.
It's not the same thing because in real life, if you're wearing Greek letters and you're not Greek, you're actually perpetrating something that you're not and trying to be included into an organization or sneak your way in to an organization that you're not.
They might not be trying to sneak in. They might just be wearing it.
If you're wearing it, you shouldn't be. In real life, you shouldn't. On TV.
And on TV, technically.
It's a character, though. It's different.
The producers are causing you to do that.
It's not. I mean, that's where it's different, though, because you're not doing it because...
You're not doing willingly on purpose.
Yes, I know that.
You're doing it because it's a character.
It kind of seems similar outside of the fact that the exposure, that's the part where it kind of is like, well, it's exposing my sorority, my fraternity for a male. So it's like, okay, I can cancel out there and it's I appreciate it. But at the same time, it's like, I don't want that person to get comfortable feeling like, oh, because I'm this on this show, that I'm comfortable enough to wear it in public.
That's two different.
Well, she said that
I'm just telling you how I feel.
Well, she said that she was like, just because I got these colors on TV, don't mean I would actually wear them.
Exactly.
In person. She was like, I'm playing a character, I'm playing a role. She was like, I wouldn't wear it in public, just regular, what I'm saying, to regularly wear. She was like, I'm wearing this because it's my job to put it on. Exactly. She was like, this character has been an AKA since season 1. Mm-hmm. And she was like, nobody seemed to have a problem with it then, with me not being a member then when I said it. But now that I got on the colors, it's a problem. So it's,
Yeah. I mean, because I noticed it from the jump anyway. So I don't know why it's all of a sudden an issue.
Because like for me, with my fraternity, somebody can have a symbol on anywhere, and I don't necessarily know if they a member or not, because it's like, okay, you got that up, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure. The only way I know for sure if you're one or not. You know what I'm saying? I can ask you a few questions, but other than that,
exactly.
Shit, you got it on.
Mm-hmm. And then Different World did it. A lot of other shows have done that, so I don't think it's a new thing, and I really don't understand. But trying to empathize with people, that's what I would get from how they feel.
It's a TV show.
We understand that.
I'm just saying. It's it's not reality though. It's fake.
We understand that. But there's people that it bothers.
It is.
Back to today's topic of why so sensitive. Why are we so bothered nowadays by all these little things?
You the Joker now?
Yeah.
Why so?
That's good. I think we might actually make that the cover. There you go. We should put the Joker face on the cover. But no, that's like, it doesn't. You're being overly sensitive at that point, because it's a TV show. You know how TV works. It's not a reality. I can see. A lot of people don't know. If it was a reality show, though, I can understand. She's not going by her name on the show. Like that's what I'm, like, and the other little girl, the one who plays Molly, she's an AKA in real life.
Mm-hmm.
She would have said something,
right?
Well, she should have said something if she felt some kind of way about it.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure she didn't. So therefore,
hold on, the Molly, which one? The dark girl?
Yeah, the best friend.
Interesting. What? My step grandma, well, I call her grandma. she was she went to Grambling.
Don't do that. You're gonna make people mad. I already know where you're going.
What?
Stop it.
It's the truth.
Stop it. You're gonna make
they really
people sensitive.
They really sensitive. I can't say what I want to say, but they really did. You know what I'm saying? Like,
go ahead, just say it. Yeah. They used to do the paper bag test.
Yeah, that paper bag test. If you wasn't lighter than this paper bag.
Oh, I see where he going now.
But this was in the 50s, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you know, I mean, if we're just gonna go there, like the 50s,
that's the truth.
But he bring it
on
into
topic,
2021
on
because he
topic,
like
the 50s.
the dark skin girl.
He is.
I felt like that when I was in college. It was a dark skinned girl that played, AKA.
Well, can you not like bring your brain to 2021?
Yeah, it's 2021. You can't say that.
What's the topic of discussion?
Why so sensitive?
Interesting.
You know, in the 50s, it was okay to slap your wives. Now, you know.
Where did that randomness come from?
No, I was just saying in the 50s. Right, hold on, wait.
Are you his wife?
What's wrong with you?
I don't have to be his wife to slap.
You don't have to have violence.
You the one who brought it up.
I'm not like that though. I was just saying in the 50s.
Y'all just going further and further left.
No, in the 50s you could.
But that's the topic of discussion. Going left.
I thought it was sensitivity.
That's going everything nowadays. If you say something, has gone left.
I'm saying going left. Like y'all didn't change the whole topic.
No, we didn't.
Left.
You know, it's actually funny that you say that, going left, because if we think about what the left and the right is in like just political terms and the way everybody uses it nowadays, it is quote unquote the left that is sensitive about things. So it's hard to have conversations with people on the left. I know people say the right is sensitive also, Democrats. And
the Democrats.
Yeah, liberals, Democrats, whatever you want to classify yourself.
Republicans are real like raw.
They're not though, because they're sensitive also.
Well.
They're super sensitive. They're sensitive also.
What they want, right?
Yeah, everybody's sensitive when you go against what they want. And that's where the funny part of sensitivity comes in, because it's like
you can be sensitive to stuff that matters to you, but don't give a damn about what don't matter. But you don't give a damn about what don't matter to you. So what's the point of you even being sensitive to anything?
If you can't be sensitive for someone else.
Yeah. So what's the point?
I'm sensitive for people.
I think there's a lack of empathy in situations.
And sympathy.
Sympathy.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like sympathy is one of them things you don't always have to like. It's not something you're like. Empathy you should have. Sympathy, that's a case by case basis.
That's true.
To me, some things to me I just don't care about. Like,
but so you don't empathize well?
What you mean?
You don't have to care about it to have empathy.
I don't have
empathy is just truly understanding at the end of the day.
I can understand, but I don't have to care.
That's sympathy. Sympathy is when you start to
like hey. Yeah.
See, and I feel like that's when it can be an issue. Because it's like if I'm talking to you and I'm passionate about something, and then it's like, okay, you might empathize with me, but your empathize only goes so far because your sympathy is like nowhere to be found. So it's like, oh, okay, I understand, but I don't give a fuck. I mean, I don't care. So that'll make me feel type of way if we're talking about this scenario. So I feel like that could be added in.
So if we're talking about
being an issue, right?
So to me, if we're talking about something and it's not affecting you immediately at the moment, if it's not something that I can change or handle at this moment, I'm gonna think about it, but I'm not gonna necessarily be like, okay, I gotta jump on this right now.
But who needs you to do anything to empathize with somebody? I don't need you to do nothing for me. I just need you to understand. And then maybe have some sympathy, depending on what the situation is, like he said.
But see, now you're going too far over now.
Okay. Well, we can.
Well, no, not too far over, as in like the conversation. I'm just saying like you wanting somebody to care starts to fall on you, and who you are as a person.
Well, that's true. But if it's that's why I said certain scenarios. Because it's like, if you just come off cold on something, when, like, because I feel like some people bring it up when no one asks them to.
Well, if I feel you're wrong,
like,
or
if you say
I
don't care, then I feel like that was unnecessary. You could have just stayed quiet, and that's where it pushes me to feel like, yeah, I don't necessarily want to expect someone to feel the way, but I didn't expect you to be extra rude and go the extra mile to be sympathetic or unsympathetic. That's what I was talking about, because he had mentioned he don't care, and it's like, nobody asked you if you cared, but now I'm mad because you didn't have to say that.
That's his right to say that.
It is, and it's my right to say whatever I want to say.
Sure, you can be mad, but if he is understanding of it, you shouldn't be mad.
If I understand what you're going,
but don't that like cancel it out?
No, it doesn't.
If you says, I understand, but I don't care.
That's not canceling out. Because just because I understand doesn't mean I have to actually take action on my understanding.
But nobody said you take action.
That's caring is taking action.
How is it taking action?
it definitely is.
You want me to give an emotion that I don't really truly feel towards that situation and topic.
I feel like action is more than emotion. Are you saying, I feel like y'all are tying emotion with action? Is that the same thing?
I'm not gonna act if I don't have an emotion towards it.
Right.
I think we need an example, but it's okay. We can move on.
Black Lives Matter.
Why you laugh?
Because of the way she looks at me.
Okay, so like,
we can go back to the.
I'll give you a perfect example.
Topic.
Right? No, I'll give you a perfect example. Me and Will, we were in Atlanta, right?
Okay.
At the same night that they blew up their Wendy's, and the night that the cop got shot. The night the boy got shot.
We literally were right there when they blew it up.
Yeah. So me and him, like the night before the guy got shot, right? Next day they were protesting, right? I didn't realize that we were close to that Wendy's or where that Wendy's was. And we were driving around just because I was showing him Spelman and Morehouse and Clark, how they all like the same campus, basically. And
same block.
Right. He didn't realize that. The Wendy's is down the street from there.
Yeah.
And so as we're riding, you hear like boom, 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 bang, bang. And I was like, oh, man, what's going on? And then I was like, I looked at the phone. I'm like, oh, they protesting all this stuff.
Well.
He was like, I want to go protest. I was like, I don't. Let's keep going. He actually cared to want to get out and go protest.
Because
I understood the situation and why people want to. But I didn't care enough to actually go out there and.
But I feel like that's a different example because neither one of y'all.
No. If I pulled down the street, he was getting out the car and going.
No, but I'm saying it wasn't a personal thing.
It doesn't have to be personal.
But in my example, I feel like most people are offended or sensitive to the topic because it is more of a personal thing.
So like what would you bring to the table? Yeah. Like what would you say?
I can't think of nothing, but I do have a friend who mentioned something about.
Can you stop banging on the table, please?
Sorry, I wasn't banging. I was smoothing it out.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyway,
you had a friend.
I don't remember where I was. So I have a friend who mentioned that somebody had a bad breakup or whatever, so they missed work.
Mm-hmm.
So my friend was like, "I don't care," or whatever, and I feel like that's the difference between like, "Oh, okay." And like keeping that to yourself,
you definitely.
Versus like someone being like, "Oh, well, they should have brought their butt to work because it's just a breakup."
They should have.
It's the same thing.
It is just a breakup.
No, but it's vocalizing it versus not.
Oh, so as long as they keep how they feel to themselves.
Because I mean, like, I feel like at some point you're.
So you want me to silence myself?
No, you have to silence yourself
towards the situation.
Just like, if that person came the next day and you decided to like say something negative, I feel like that's unwarranted.
What's negative? Telling
you should have brought your ass to work?
Yeah, because you're being insensitive to like that might be real for them. Just because I think it's insignificant and I've been through a lot of stuff and it don't faze me, don't mean it don't faze them and that their emotions aren't real.
True.
So that's kind of my perspective on it. Like, people are entitled to feel the way they feel, whether I think it's dumb or not. So I keep that to myself.
Definitely.
Greg, write down 21, just 21 at 21 minutes so we can edit that.
But yeah, well, in that case, you also should know who you're talking to.
Yes, definitely.
Because if you call me and tell me, well, I broke up with such and such, and I know everything that y'all have been through in totality, and you tell me, well, I just felt some kind of way, so I didn't go to work. You call me and tell me something like that, I'm going to tell you, y'all been going through this for this long, it shouldn't have affected you. You know what I'm saying? And to that point.
I'm going to be honest. Moral of the story, don't call Will.
Yeah.
Well, ain't nobody was talking about common will. We were just saying that it was.
Well, no, you said you.
No,
it was something said at the workplace.
Well, no, Will was
Like,
just
where's so and so? Oh,
okay.
she's out, and then someone probably adds.
Well, yeah, no, that's different. You
That's
shouldn't
different.
expect. You shouldn't
Because
expect
that's from
anything
somebody
from
you
that.
really
Yeah.
don't know.
You shouldn't expect anybody from nobody at work. Like if somebody said something about they
No,
not here
I'm
because of a
saying
breakup,
to
like
say it. I'm just saying for it to get back to that person or say it to that person directly.
yeah,
Like if I had a problem with it, I would more than likely just keep it to myself
nah,
because it's not my
there's
place.
you can't
Because
expect.
I don't know what's going on.
You can't expect people though. You can't expect people to do that.
What? Expect people to what?
To hold it in, yeah.
I'm not expecting people. I'm saying like what's the word? Courtesy. Kind
From
of thing.
who?
That's exactly
I'm
that's
just
the problem.
saying like
You want courtesy from somebody who's slaving
no,
the
I
same
don't want
8 hours
it.
as you are.
I'm saying I don't need it. I don't care. But I'm saying for other people, I'm trying to empathize with other people that do get sensitive about stuff.
I don't know. Camille called me one day and I had to I was joking with her and then she kind of gave me a look and started doing things that made me know she was real serious. And I was like, oh, my bad. Are you okay? Because, we have a playful relationship. But then, when she's serious about something,
it's hard.
Yeah.
Even when I'm really in distraught, sometimes I'll still throw some jokes in there. And I don't even be meaning to. They just happen. That's just my weird humor. Anyway. I don't know why you brought that up.
So did you see you said what? No, I was just saying, it was just an example of,
Okay,
how I had to switch up my caring, on situations.
Well, that's y'all relationship.
Yeah, some
y'all
people I wouldn't really
relationship.
just care about. If they would have did what Camille did, I probably would have just made it worse. But
Really?
because I actually, yes, 100%. Only reason I was nice
guess
is
I
because
can
it's
see.
you. Yeah, I was being nice because it was you.
Because if it would have been me, I'd have been all kind of
Oh.
get your week.
I would have hung up on you. Or cussed you out.
Stop acting like her. But yeah.
Whatever. I don't care.
No, but sometimes you need that.
What? Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's like he said, read the room, know your people.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Why is that funny?
Because it is.
Why?
Because
It's. I mean, you're right. Yeah, sure. Know your room, read your people. But there's certain it just depends. Everybody is sensitive to certain people, but everybody's not going to be sensitive to everybody. I mean, some people might, but majority of people aren't.
Yeah.
So
what are you saying?
me and him talk.
That's a
every
good
day.
question. I
Me
don't know.
me and him talk every day.
Uh-huh.
And we don't have one of those relationships where we call and tell each other
I understand what y'all said from the jump. I'm just trying to figure
yeah,
out
but I'm
what y'all-
saying sensitive information. So if I was to call him and be like, man, I'm crying, I'm like, I really need to get this off my chest. I really need somebody to talk to. The first thing that's gonna fly out his mouth is a joke, even though I might be in tears. Am I lying, Akki? Am I lying? Am I lying? Or you laughing because I'm telling the truth?
You're making me sound like a horrible person.
Not really. Everybody does it to their
But
close friends.
yes. Yeah.
You wanted to.
Y'all wanna bleep
When
it?
you wanted to. You looked at me like you wanted to.
Y'all gonna have-
Then you was like, oh, she's serious.
Yeah.
But he pulled back.
Because if I call him crying, y'all gonna have to bleep this out. He gonna answer the phone and be like, "Why you crying? You ugly bitch."
But that's your relationship.
And that's what I'm saying.
And that's
I couldn't.
That's the room y'all
Yeah,
in.
I couldn't imagine him. Bro, what's wrong? What's going on? No, the first thing he gonna say is what I just said. That's gonna be him, and I'm gonna have to and that's gonna take me from my tears because I'm probably
It's gonna
gonna
make you
laugh
laugh,
at it,
yeah.
and I'm gonna be like, hey, bro, this ain't. You know what I'm saying? This ain't one of them situations. So then I would have to break it down and talk to him, but I have to know who I'm talking to, so I can't be overly sensitive about how he gonna come at me.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's definitely what you would do.
That's a good friend.
Thank you. That's why you're trying. I'm a
I
great
almost
friend.
do it to myself. I think that's why I can't take it seriously. Because it's like I'll be in real pain and real distraught, and then I'll start crying, and then the voice inside my head be like, why you crying? And then it just goes weird. It's like I'm really sad though, but then I
Camille,
start cracking jokes.
Do you think you have pretty privilege?
That's a good question. I would say yes.
Okay.
Is it to my advantage?
So what do you think you have gotten from pretty privilege?
I mean,
A pass?
it's kind of like it's a lot of different categories. I feel like, and it's not even. I mean, people.
You got free drinks?
I'm trying to like go through all the layers of it because there's different layers.
You been flued out? Got a hotel room?
That's different.
No, it's not. That's pretty.
That's a whole nother category.
You think people flying out ugly women?
I wasn't starting with that category. I was starting with like basic stuff.
Okay, you got free
Like,
drinks. Free
example,
drinks. Free drinks.
People like things that are cute and pretty, right? So it's like if you see a kid at lemonade stand, you're gonna probably just give them stuff because
Bad example.
they cute. Why?
I might just be thirsty.
Yeah, but I mean that too. But I'm saying like some people will be like, "Oh, it's kids."
I hope you're not giving it because the kids are cute.
What? Anyway,
That's a whole nother topic.
Yeah,
of
that's
sensitivity.
just bad.
but
bad
it's
example.
like I feel no, it's not. It's not a bad example.
We were talking about you.
I'm
as a
getting
woman.
there.
We're talking
but
about
you
women.
Keep talking. Can you let me talk?
Go ahead.
So there's that. So sometimes I feel like when because I do my pop-ups, I do my markets, my farmers markets, and sometimes I do that. I do feel that gives me an advantage because some people are just gonna come over because I give off like warm energy or because I'm pretty and inviting, versus like someone who's not as welcoming and inviting. I kind of feel like pretty can kind of go in that category sometimes,
Or some
depending
people
on
just,
your energy.
Some people just come over to hit on you.
Yeah, and then they gonna buy some stuff, so I get money basically,
Yeah, that's definitely a whole bunch of.
And it's just like if I see an attractive guy that's selling some stuff, like I'll probably go over there just to see, you know what I'm saying? Just to talk, see what he about. Just because of that. And then other stuff that I can't think of, but I know it has.
It has its advantages, sure.
Yeah.
So men got pretty privilege also.
Well, yeah. It's. I don't think it's male or female. It's a category. I feel
I'm
like.
almost pretty sure like it leans more heavy on females, but
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that y'all don't have it. It depends. Like, yeah, I feel like it's different scales. It's different levels. But they balance out in the end.
I guess.
That's how I see it.
I
You
see.
asked me a question, I answered it.
No, I mean, I was looking at you and I was just what you were saying. It made me think about it. So,
But yeah. I feel like it expands. Like, I could write an essay on it probably.
you could.
Yeah.
I mean, you've had a bunch in your lifetime.
She has. I mean, think about Camille.
I mean, I'm always thinking. And I'm always, like, actively thinking about stuff when I see it, TV and all that stuff, and relating it back to, like, life. And it's just, like, if you can start piecing stuff together and realize, like, trends and the way people respond or react differently, because of different things. Because, like, because it's like, okay, pretty privilege, right? But you can have, like, positive energy privilege. If you have a really positive, like, welcoming, loving spirit, then you can attract the same thing almost, if not more, depending. I'm just telling you.
A lot of people aren't really
If you make someone feel good.
True. A lot of people aren't really into the energy thing. Most people are vague and
Most people are shallow.
yeah, surface heavy.
What are we talking about?
Pretty privilege and positive energy.
You said positive energy.
But I'm trying to figure out what vein are y'all on.
I'm saying people being vague and
What people?
everybody. People that
I
don't.
don't think everybody like that.
There's more vague people than positive spirit energy people.
I feel like it depends on what group of people you're in. What environment you're in.
I'm saying the masses.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
So that's
Because
how you
I've
feel?
talked to people. I've talked to changing subjects, but kind of the same. I've talked to guys who have been like, only girls are this, that, and that. And I'm like, I have plenty of friends that are not like that, and they do the opposite. So I feel like it's your circle. Your environment is the majority like that, but there's other circles where it's not like that. So I don't know. I can't do masses because I don't have the numbers for it. But I'm just saying. Point of view perspective.
Oh,
Maybe.
Jesus Christ.
Very much so.
Because I know a lot of positive people.
So have you seen Did you watch Dave Chappelle's special?
No. Sorry.
What is this?
What have you seen?
Right. Nothing.
Netflix.
The Dave Chappelle is on Netflix.
Yeah, I didn't watch that though.
So what have you seen on Netflix?
I seen Key and Lock. That was anticipated for me. I seen You, Legacies.
You watch
Just
Squid
some random
Games?
stuff, huh?
You watch Squid Games?
I did watch that.
Okay.
Which my sister keep on saying, it's Squid Game. There's no S. I'm like, hush your mouth. There's multiple games.
Aki, did you watch it?
Now, y'all know I watch everything. I don't even know why
Can
y'all.
you get out your damn phone?
No, honestly, 1,001 people text me. I ain't never seen this many text messages in my life.
Because you probably always answer them right away.
I do. I think that's the problem.
Now they adding up. But
Yeah.
you're like, oh, look at me. I'm popping.
All right, I'll be like, don't nobody hit my phone up.
Exactly.
Then the 1 hour, the 30 minutes, I don't answer no messages. I'm pretty sure my email's blown up now too.
Because you keep your re-receipts on.
Yeah.
And it be like red like 2 seconds later.
I leave mine on for a reason.
That's because you're a douchebag. But anyway.
Because I want you to know I looked at it and didn't respond?
Yeah, douchebag.
He asked you a question about Squid Game.
Yeah. Did you watch it?
She
I
said
did.
yes.
I did.
That's when you were
I enjoyed it.
in your phone.
And I kind of
So-
want to watch it over. And
Go ahead,
analyze
yeah.
it, really.
What about it?
Continue, Will.
What did y'all think about it?
I liked it.
What did you think about the premise behind the games?
You're going to have to lean over till we get mic stands.
The premise was...
If you were in a bunch of debt and you were trying to get out of debt, play this game.
No, wasn't the premise deeper than that?
The premise of the
It was
game.
deeper than that, yes.
It was deeper than
How
that.
much
Thank you.
deeper?
Very
no,
much
no,
so.
no, wait.
Like-
Hold on. Are we
Like
talking
the
about...
ending part.
Okay.
Oh
well,
my God. Are we talking about the... Are you... He's saying the game.
So what was the
Yeah,
main...
he was saying like the
I
premise
don't think he's
of
talking about
like,
the story.
The top superficial part.
No, yeah, he's talking about the game.
Yeah.
Just the premise of the game was if you're in debt, would you
Would
go
I
here?
gamble with my life?
Yeah.
Because I'm that much of a gambler?
Are you that much of a gambler?
No.
Nobody's really that much of a gambler.
Evidently.
Bullshit.
People are. And people get on crack and do all types of stuff.
Crack and trying to get out $1 million worth of debt ain't worth losing your damn life.
Woo.
You would
People put themselves in bad situations all the time.
You clearly
to
ain't
get
never
money.
owed a bookie.
No, I have not. But I'm saying,
People put themselves in bad situations
So you would-
all the time for money.
you would rather die than try and pay off your debt?
You acting like that's the only option.
That was the only
It
option.
was not the only option for them.
Technically,
what
that
the-
was the only option.
How?
You either
So-
win
Oh,
the
you talking about
game.
in the game?
Yeah,
I would have left the game.
that's fine. And
I
then
wouldn't even got in the spot to. I ain't gonna get slapped
their other option was
because I ain't got no money playing on the street corner
you
trying to
would've-
flip some damn piece of paper.
that's actual game out there, by the way.
Yeah, I believe it, but
Well,
I
flip?
wouldn't have made
Yeah.
it that far.
The flip thing, yeah, with the
Hold on,
paper,
what
it's a
flip
flip game. The little paper flip game. That's the actual game in
Honestly,
Korea.
I thought you were talking about old boy and PV with the
Nah, we
with
had
the
to
Cubs.
we had to jump him one day.
man. He was out there getting money.
Nah, we jumped him because he owed us some money.
I got at Lotus Seafood. That's something I never want to talk about.
No, he got.
I got so mad. I didn't even get no food. I was like,
Oh, you gonna laugh in the mic, but you don't want to talk in the mic. You gonna be the loudest you can in there laughing, but you don't want to
it was
talk.
on the north side. Oh, it's horrible.
How you? Because you a gambler
I think
anyway.
I told you.
So where was you at Prairie View when people was getting got with the cups and balls?
Minding my business.
She didn't walk on that side of the MSV.
He was everywhere.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
He wasn't everywhere.
He came to the UC when we was out there.
He was on the ghetto side of the UC. He went on the nice side of the UC.
I wasn't in the UC much.
When you was a freshman? Oh, you was being wrong. We ain't gonna.
Anyway, back to Squid Game. I would not have put myself in a situation where that would have been my only option.
What
So
you mean?
there's that. Now, are you gonna force me into a situation where that was my only option?
So could you leave the game?
They did leave the game, and
Like
then
you,
they had the choice of
No,
coming back.
no.
like you could say, I don't want to play no more.
No. They left the game and decided not to play at the beginning.
As
yes.
a whole.
Hmm?
The majority rules.
You had to quit as a whole. That's the only way to quit the game.
As a whole,
Yes.
Did you watch it?
no.
You
But-
didn't?
No.
I thought
I
you
thought
said you
you-
watched it. Didn't it?
I asked the question, but I didn't say I
I
watched
assumed
it.
he did.
Did
The
he
way he was
say
talking
this?
about it.
Because
He sure did start talking about
Right.
it.
I
He started
did.
talking about it like he watched it.
because I couldn't
The whole
understand.
premise of this. And
I
you
couldn't
didn't watch it.
because I
No
couldn't.
wonder you didn't understand the premise of the show.
Because
Makes
I'm
a lot
like,
of sense now.
because I can't understand the premise of, okay, what was the?
You need to watch it before you can really comment.
Yeah, I don't know why you
Right,
sitting here
was
commenting on.
Look,
That's like people commenting on
say,
Dave Chappelle's special and not watching his special.
Me.
Or
Yeah.
like me commenting on this little AKA thing. I really.
She a Delta, you know.
Well, and I didn't even see it to see what they was talking about.
She can't even make no.
I couldn't make no real opinion because I ain't seen it.
Yeah.
For to see what, and I ain't seen people be mad about it either.
Well, you've been the last 2 days
24 hours.
since Sunday.
Talking about where you the last 2 days? Where you been?
Shit, people been
you
talking
brought up
about
a whole series
I
and
wouldn't have known
didn't
about it
even
if my
watch
friends
it.
didn't bringing up their AKs. But they were saying like,
Where'd you learn about Squid Games at? Twitter?
Everybody was watching it.
you need to watch Squid Games. It's really
No,
good.
talking about everybody. You didn't watch it.
And you speaking on it.
Again, that's like the people with the Dave Chappelle stuff. This is the exact reason why people
so
are mad
sensitive?
about Dave Chappelle.
Why?
You have your facts
Because they didn't
together.
watch anything.
So you can't bring a case.
They just heard that he said something about some transgender people.
And that's also a problem. People hear half stories
What's wrong with
and come up with their own stories.
Yeah,
like you, yes.
like you.
Yeah.
You just did it.
And
I
I said that's
appreciate
and I said
it.
and I said that's a problem.
I appreciate that.
I can admit my faults.
Yeah, I can too.
Don't be looking at me. You thought I was gonna hop on the I agree train?
No, we knew you weren't.
Oh, okay.
Look, exactly.
As long as we
That's why we
understand.
As long as you understand that you
Hold
like
on,
that.
what they say? Empathy and sympathy.
Anyways, look, he didn't brought us into this is a whole new way of
I
thinking
wish
in the
watched
world.
It, though. I wish she did watch
What?
it so we could discuss
The
it.
Squid Games, I do too. You should have watched it.
Disappointed.
Yeah, 100%. And then you gonna bring
Why
it up.
disappointment?
Because you got
brought
us hyped.
Yeah, you brought it up like we can actually have a conversation, and we can't because you just don't know. You don't even understand the game. You probably think the old man
So
was
break
the
it down.
champion of the
Break
game.
it. Break it down to
It's
me.
too much.
Is that much?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's more complex than it is.
It
know-
really, really is.
You know, it was a theory the old man was the other boy's father.
The other boy.
The guy who won. It was a theory he was his father.
That is the theory. Which I want to go back and watch it. Like, it's one of those ones where you want to go back and watch it and reanalyze
There's
it.
actually a lot of small details that would
Very,
let you
very
know
small.
that who's who and what is what and all the other little different things.
Very layered. He did a great job.
Yeah.
Did y'all know that he came up with that idea in 2009? 8. No, he pitched it in 2009, something like that, right?
Yeah.
And, nobody wanted it. At some point, he had to sell his MacBook or computer. He might have made MacBook up. Sell his computer because he had no money.
Pretty sure it was a Mac.
And then, boom, it's number 1 in 90 countries.
I know somebody going through the same struggle
Never
as
give
we
up.
speak.
Never give up on your dreams.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I tell you.
But yeah, I thought that was a nice lesson too. To never give up on your dreams.
What? I don't
never
think
give up
that
on your
definitely
dreams.
wasn't the moral of the story.
What, me learning about his back
Oh,
history?
you talking about him?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
that
actual-
guy.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. No,
Yeah, I
that's
thought that was dope. I
he
like
is. That's a great example of not giving up. Oh my God.
it. Sorry.
Mic stands.
Buy him.
Mike,
I
no,
gotta
you,
keep punching.
you, mic stand. You were supposed to get the mic stand. Something about.
Where's all this you?
I done
you
bought
coming
everything
from?
else. We supposed to be. Boy, you know what? It's gonna be a
is not
different
part of the
conversation.
podcast, yes. Get back on topic.
It is. You know, he the most sensitive person I know. That's why I brought him up here.
Who?
You.
You crazy?
I answered the phone today. I
I
was in the
feel
shower.
like-
He called me. He like,
Why would you
Why you
answer?
answer in the shower? I'm like, you can't see me anyways. What do you want? I'm like, why are you calling me? I'm like, I got other phone calls to make, and you should be on the way here anyways.
Wait, who was in the shower?
I was.
And you answered when he called? So
Yes.
you called him, he answered?
Yeah.
He had a problem with it?
Yeah, he had a problem with it. I know.
Did you say?
That's whatever.
I have to FaceTime him.
And you didn't look at me.
Was
And-
the phone up where you could potentially see?
No, it wasn't up where he could potentially see. If I got in front of the phone, all he could have saw was my head because of where the phone sits.
That's still
Or
too
was it in the
much.
shower?
What?
Yes,
my head?
it was in the shower.
I usually have my shirt off
I don't know.
majority of the day.
I'm pretty laid back, so.
Talking about, what are you talking about?
It
You've
is
been
what
over
it
here
is.
with my shirt off, and I'm just sitting here.
You're in the shower.
That don't bother me. My
You,
friend.
you ain't never run a train with nobody, huh?
No,
What?
I didn't think so.
no.
That's all right.
What? This
He
is
went
what I
to
be
PV.
talking about. Y'all
Question
be bringing
marks.
these random things
It's a
up.
question. He could have at PV. That's like it was a thing. I don't know.
Can we get back to
that's how
a
you know who your
regular
real
sensitive
friends are.
topic?
That is a sensitive topic.
That actually is. Yeah.
Don't answer the phone while you in the shower.
I told you he's sensitive.
Well, okay, look. When you mention sensitive in the world, I think more of like.
Go ahead. What do you think?
I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna explain this.
Because he's really emotional.
Because you.
That's emotional. I'm talking about like.
That's not
people
emotional.
Oh my gosh, I won't let me.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it is.
let me just jump to what I can remember, and not try to fish for like the beginning of it. My thing is, I feel like because we got participation points, that's why we all sensitive. And that's what I stick with.
Participation points.
Yeah, you know how they start doing like
Who got some
participation
participation
points
points?
because you don't want to hurt nobody's feelings.
Who?
Back in the day,
Where?
it's a thing. It might not happen.
When I played
it might
sports,
not
if you
happen
lost,
to
you was the loser.
specifically, but I feel like it started happening with the generations behind us.
Probably.
Or it's just kind of like
I can see that.
everyone gets an award for participating, not because you're good. You get so I feel like that it's like a character thing. It messes with your character, and then it keeps you from like, winning and stuff like that. It takes hard work, and then you take the hard work out of it, and then when you end up with what we have now.
So everybody can't be happy.
Yeah, like I feel like people need to learn how. Like we have really poor coping skills, like especially us and the generations behind us. Like coping skills are not that well.
No,
So we have a lot of issues.
Do not disturb. And this
I
shit
did.
here,
I
we're
forgot
doing-
to do the vibrate thing. See, people are asking, work calling. I'm missing money. Anyway, like I was saying, that's how I feel. I wanted to set that up, but I couldn't think of anything. But pretty much, I feel that we are sensitive because of stuff like that, where it took away hard work. It took away, feeling bad and losing and feeling what that feels like, and then working on trying to not do that next time or like be better. I feel like it's very layered. But anyway.
Do you feel like the world just became too emotional?
No. Yes, but not. I wouldn't say it like that.
I mean, sensitivity is essentially it's a just a
Because
reaction of your emotions.
I feel like we do need emotions because it's like you as males, especially black males, y'all are emotionless.
Who said
y'all
I was black?
Y'all aren't necessarily able to express and feel because y'all were taught to not show emotion. So that's what I think of when you say emotional. That's why I say I want to put that label on it.
I'm
because we're talking about
transracial.
sensitivity.
I want
people
you to,
being sensitive
I want
to
that noted.
certain things.
Repeat that.
I said I'm transracial. I want that noted. I don't know why I identify as a white man.
We're not about to play your games today.
I'm gonna slap you to Tuesday.
I would have called the police because
And
I identify
and
as a
you the one
white
who made
man.
him repeat it.
Because he identified. All right, Dave Chappelle.
You talking about the black males? I just had to make it clear what I identify.
I identify as.
You were.
It's his fault.
See, look, and now you causing a whole wave of insensitivity
No, I'm
from
not.
saying that. Yeah, why you over there laughing?
How's that me causing? Why can I?
Because you playing and saying you trans.
Racial.
Exactly.
That's a thing.
Okay.
No, you didn't know that.
I'm not going to
It's
get
okay.
into it. I'm not going to get into it.
That girl, Rachel, she identified as a black woman.
That was 5 years ago. She did.
We
though.
have light-skinned
What you mean?
black people.
No.
There
That woman
aren't
was
really-
white.
there
She wasn't
aren't-
black. Her parents
Yeah,
were
Rachel.
No.
Caucasian.
I
Rachel
said we have light-skinned people, so she could have tried to pass.
That's what she did.
That's what she did.
Exactly. So I'm saying white people ain't really you mixed or you white.
I identify as a privileged
Or
Republican
you
white man.
got black in you, but you look white.
Privileged Republican
like a look.
white man.
White is definitely a look.
White is not a
so
look.
you can't
Yes,
really
it
just
is.
say
White is an identity, just like black is.
Okay, you both have points.
Let's be clear. that is a actual identity that you what's it called? It's a thing.
What they say? I am a American.
Go try to call a white person black. See how they feel.
Ooh, can I answer?
Yeah, go ahead.
What did James Baldwin say? I am not your...
Oh.
You can say Negro.
Yeah,
Yes.
I am not your Negro. Or AKA your get ready to edit this.
Stop it.
Why?
Anyways, cause we already hit him with like 3 marks already.
Well, add a 4.
But going back to our main topic, sensitivity.
I mean, we was on it. I don't know. You got sensitive.
But I had said that's how I feel. I said that's how I feel.
I feel
about
offended.
It. How do
My
y'all
credit
feel
score
about
just dropped. You.
I'm canceling you.
Because I called you a black man.
Yes.
Then why'd you go to HBCU?
You said what?
Technically.
I know we accept
No.
minorities.
Technically, he went to one, but he did not graduate from one.
Thank you, Will. Thank you.
I said when, right? I didn't say graduate.
You said why did I go to HBCU?
Yeah.
But I didn't graduate from there.
Okay.
I transferred like a good white person I am.
Did you graduate from there?
Yes.
Where?
Graduated from my white school.
You have a mental disease. What school is this?
Full Sail.
Who?
Full Sail, where I went to film school. Full Sail.
Oh, you did say you went to a film school.
Full Sail University. That's where I graduated. I have my alumni shirt upstairs. You want to see it later? I'll show you.
I do.
Okay. It says Full Sail University alumni.
I've been there.
What's it like? It's a lot of his people there. Exactly, it's confusing.
What people are you referring to?
Yeah, which side of the
what side of the spectrum are you coming from?
What's so funny is when he said that, the trans racial, I was like, oh, I forgot his like Polynesian side or some
Oh, he gonna cuss you out.
I said, do not disturb. Y'all all over here vibrating.
Okay, messages that you missed.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't see this long list I just saw in my pocket.
Exactly.
But
It's like the universe. If I just stop, the universe can't operate. If he wasn't here, he'd be on that list.
no,
Yes.
you would be called. You know what?
If you weren't here, you would be on that list. Because you...
Well, anyway, that's how I feel about sensitivity. Okay, I feel like it's because of those things. I feel like you need character. You need to build character. Because it's like the number of people who are like depressed and the number of suicides and stuff like that is crazy.
Is that what
People
it
don't
is?
know how to like deal with life. Life sucks, but you gotta know how to like maneuver, bob and weave,
Yeah, what they say on
fall, get back up. You know
what they said on
Aaliyah,
Instagram.
try again.
You don't
What's
feel
the
like the
wo-
world's just gotten harder and worse?
Harder and worse.
Like, yeah, we can say all that. But you don't feel like it's gotten like...
there's way more harsher times
Well,
in our
no,
past.
I mean...
No,
Stop, but
no.
hold on, wait.
The world has moved from needing each other and needing to build communities and groups to just people just wanting and needing money. So now it's like, I don't need your help when I can crush you or do whatever I want to because I can get paid for it. Or I can,
Talking to Mike.
but
You can get paid for it.
yeah, like back in the Gap, like when parents and stuff went to work, you know, my dad from Ohio, they used to work, everybody used to work in the plants. They used to work on the schedules.
That was everywhere in the U.S.
Yeah, nighttime, daytime. And the people who worked at nighttime took care of people's kids who worked
During the
in
daytime.
the daytime.
Yeah.
In the daytime, you know what I'm saying? The people who worked at night, they took, you know what I'm saying? And
Vice
stuff
versa.
like that.
Yeah.
And now it's like everybody's on their own trying to figure stuff out because it's like
There's no help.
Yeah, there's no
There's
help.
no community.
Yeah, there's no community. Everybody is about
So
how I'm going to get this dollar, and I don't care how I make it or who I have to run over or crush to get it. It's because most people nowadays feel like they're not successful or going to be needed in this world if they don't have money.
The world has gotten much harsher.
But it's like, I guess when I think much harsher, I think about slavery and I think about all the other like harsh environments like
I
that.
mean, yeah, sure. That
Where
was,
it's just
but
like you
people
really,
died
really
still
pressed.
then. Yeah, they
Everybody-
were.
Where it's just like we live a comfortable life. Yes, you have that going on.
Do we live a comfortable life?
Everybody's still
Yes,
a,
like,
everybody,
Everything
I'm
in
not-
your life costs.
everybody's still a slave.
It does cost. I mean, I guess it's more of like a...
We
Hidden-
traded money. We traded being in the field for end up just paying for our
But
lives.
it's like, but I'm not having to like...
Run.
Like
get
we
whipped.
do have the cops doing that stuff, but I feel like if I was to look at me now versus like hundreds of years later, like I was having to really be scared for my life on an everyday basis.
I am scared for my life on an day-to-day basis.
Because they're hunting y'all.
I'm not being hunted.
Stop it.
I'm being serious. I don't know.
But I'm just saying that I'm just telling you, like, the way when y'all explained the
Right.
I saw it differently than what you were saying, like the community part, because that is tough. But I feel like that goes back to like there was a disconnect in like the last generation and ours, because like we're not loyal.
What do you mean?
People like, do you see a millennial being at a job for 30 years? So many boomers.
And I mean,
they like have
we
loyalty.
are loyal.
Like, stick
No,
and stay.
no,
And like,
no,
you know,
no,
going
no.
back to what you were saying about
they
community.
could they could actually buy a house off their income.
But that's a different.
We can't buy a house off our income right now.
I feel like it's a different topic.
It's not. You said loyal. We're not loyal because the pay is not loyal to us. They still want to pay us like they paid the baby boomers instead of paying us.
But what's money have to do with you having community?
What do you
and being there for people, like he was saying?
A lot.
How? Because I feel like a lot of people didn't have stuff, but they had more community back then.
Because they would share. They would do stuff for each other.
Exactly.
We don't do that.
And why can't we? Like, what's the difference?
We choose not to.
Exactly. It's
we can't afford to.
It doesn't cost anything to be there for somebody.
It does.
And to support them.
It costs.
How?
Because any time I give to you at this moment is money I could be making elsewhere.
You just said that.
No, I'm saying debatable. Because you have time out. You're not making money all the time. You have time to spare to give to other people.
No, but then again.
And I feel like that's just coming up with excuses.
No. Because, so yeah, I do have time when I'm not making money. But then at that time, I have other stuff that I need to do for myself in order for me to survive.
Then how come you couldn't like build with your friends? Y'all all need money, so why don't y'all build together and have a community? No one's stopping you from doing that. You could change your mindset from the narrative.
That's good. Yes.
But
that is the idea. Yes.
It's not hard.
But now we get to the part of other people's money.
What about other people?
Because now you want me, him, and you to agree on what we're going to do on with $100 each and put it together and what we're going to spend it on.
People do it all the time.
Yes. You need an agreement on what that is, though.
Okay.
Most people can't get to the agreement part.
But that's not my problem.
Greatest idea in the world, create a group economics, right? Reason that failed is because there was no agreement on what the ultimate goal is and how do we even take the first step to get there.
Okay.
That is the ultimate ruin. It wasn't the fact that nobody had money. It wasn't the fact that we didn't even have a lot of people who wanted to put in. It was the fact that there was no clear idea of where that money is going and how we're going to A, make that money back, or B, use that money to develop a community.
But it's like, that's not the only way to support. Going back to his example, it's like, okay, we all need jobs. We can't do group economics. We do separate economics. So why can't I be there to support you? Like, if your kids get off or I'm off on these days and you work these days, we can't help each other out.
We can
have community.
We can.
It don't take much to have community.
It does, but it does, but it doesn't.
How? Explain that.
Everybody nowadays, the whole thing about people breaking off from their jobs, that causes more of that.
More of what?
Like more no time, because a lot of people are breaking off to try to be entrepreneurs.
Okay.
You're an entrepreneur. How much time in the day do you really have?
I have plenty that I could make if I needed to.
What do you lose in turn?
If I do it right, I don't have to lose anything.
Okay.
Because I'm not working all the time. There's times when I'm not at work.
And there's pros and cons to that.
Pros and cons to everything.
Right. So it's totally dependable, but then you're trying to get somebody on the same. You're trying to get somebody on the same mindset as you.
Not necessarily.
If you want them to if you want to watch somebody, it's easy. If I need to watch his son, that's different.
How?
We know each other, like deeply know each other, and
a community can be full of people you know.
I got a question.
It's once you start going to too many.
I'm not understanding your side, your argument.
I got a question.
Thank you.
You as an entrepreneur, do you feel like you could be with somebody that works a 9 to 5?
Oh, we changed subjects. I've had this thought. I feel like yes and no. So I feel like because what was that? B. Simone said that. I understand why she said that because it's like. One, you want the person to have that mentality.
Lisa,
so I feel like
you ain't never heard of William Nunley?
Is that her name? Okay. So I feel like one, you want somebody that has that same mentality.
Yeah.
Because it's hard for people. Because some people might look at you like, oh, you quit your job, you started off, you're responsible.
Some people don't understand it.
Yes, and that's very hard. So I feel like if they don't understand it, definitely that's a no.
Right.
So, but it's like, okay, say you have somebody who works 9 to 5 and that's where their goal is, or they at least understand it or been there, then yes, you could probably make that work. But then there comes in the time where it's just like your schedules are different. Your schedules are off, and that makes it hard because it's like you have time and you can message, but this person's at work, so it kind of can cause static. But if you're strong enough in communication and compromising, then you can make it work.
Yeah, because some people, well, the 9 to 5 sometimes be like, well, it's my time to be off. I need your time to be my time. And it's like my time.
That's a selfish person.
Yeah, but like my time can't always be your time because I got stuff that I have to do. And like you say, the mindset, because it might, as being an entrepreneur, it's definitely going to be times where I'm busy, and it's definitely going to be times where I ain't got nothing to do.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey.
And you at work, so I'm annoyed.
Yeah. Not even annoyed. I'm going to find something to settle my time or to keep me busy. And it's also, being an entrepreneur, there's not always a constant flow of, sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes income can be great, and sometimes income can be like, damn, I sure don't know how I'm going to make it this month. But the 9 to 5 are going to always have that constant check, and it's going to be like, well, damn, why I always got to pick up your snack when you got, you know what I'm saying? When you ain't got nothing. And that's it's a very teetering, tottering slope. So
it shouldn't be, because it should be a partnership.
Yeah,
but it
what
is,
if your partner don't want to be an entrepreneur? Like that's
no.
dream.
That's not what I'm saying.
That's
It's okay if they don't want to be an entrepreneur. The issue is when they don't understand why you don't got it because you're an entrepreneur, and why they got it and why they have to pick up the slack.
Yeah.
Empathy.
Right.
They're not empathizing with you.
They're not understanding why they need that. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
They're like, why do I need to pick up the slack? You should be able to handle your own stuff.
Exactly.
Blah 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 blah. But they don't understand that part.
That's why I feel like the most important thing when finding a mate is like the equally yoked as far as like personality or views, values.
People say
beliefs.
that. What does that even mean?
It's important. Well, when I was growing up in church.
Oh, see, this is why I need the new MacBook. This one is like taking off like a rocket ship right now. It's okay. It's okay. Go ahead.
Ding.
No, keep going.
So equally yoked when I was younger,
basically,
and going to church because I didn't grow up in the church necessarily. I took it as like religion, basically only. I feel like that's what I got out of it. Equally yoked was like y'all both Christians. That's how I took it. But
cute.
now,
that's cute.
Yeah, and then it's like even through college, like I kind of was like, okay, I took it as that. Nothing really further. But now I kind of feel like it's like almost like, do y'all have the same soul in a way? Because it's like you could grow up differently. You could grow in the hood. I could grow up in the suburbs. That doesn't matter. The stuff that matters is like what you believe in. What are your values? What are your goals? Also, how do you see life? That's equally up to me now.
Those two people, the hood and the suburb people, their values might be a little.
It depends on the person though, because equally it's like for me, I would say that like, because I feel like people can be the same, but then they can be different. So it's like our values and like what we believe in and all that stuff is the same, but like I listen to this type of music and you listen to that type of music. I dress this way, and you dress that way.
That's not. That has equally yoked at the end of the day. Like the actual definition of equally, or like meaning of equally yoked, is just sharing the same set of beliefs and values.
Exactly. So,
regardless of whether
But growing up, I didn't see it that way because I talked about in church so much.
I mean, it comes from church because it comes from the bottom. Yes, it is. It is essentially
that is a belief. Your religion is your belief.
Deleted. It is essentially part of like religion in a sense, but. At the end of the day, equally yoked, all it is just you and that person. Y'all hold the same values and hold the same beliefs and things.
Which I have said like 3 times, but go ahead.
You did. But you also just kept rambling on. You like, if I listen to hip-hop and he like R&B,
Because sometimes people be like, opposites attract, and it's just like, I feel like it's very, but I'm always
none of us are actually opposites, if we're going to be honest.
Huh?
said nobody's really an opposite if we're gonna be honest.
I mean, male, female, it's opposite.
Technically,
You're gonna upset the LGBTQ
That's
community if you keep on. Okay.
Keep on. I said it once.
Like,
It is. A
and then you
positive
talked
and a
about the
negative.
transracial people.
Like that plug is a positive and a negative.
God.
No matter how you cut it, positive, negative, male, female.
I'm about to say,
Uh-huh.
there's a male and a female.
There is.
Yeah, isn't that what is that?
Yeah. No, that's a female.
Yeah, and a male.
No,
Why you laugh?
Because I was about to be very controversial.
Positive, negative.
but-
Go ahead.
Oh, you about to say that's a male and that's a female?
Nah, I was about to.
Go ahead, Caucasian man.
I was going.
You have the right to say whatever you want to.
I know. I won't be canceled either.
What they say,
There you
we the people stands for you, white man.
It does. Yeah. No, it's okay. I mean, yes, the new format of the podcast is meant to be very controversial, even though we were before.
In the sensitive world.
Well, no, I'll just it's male and female. That's just like nowadays you gotta ask people.
So I was having a conversation with somebody.
You do. I called this person. They sounded like at the drive-thru. I'm just so used to hearing somebody's voice and be like, yeah, all right, and like calling them ma'am or like, thank you, ma'am, thank you, sir, something like that,
Yeah.
or thank you, boss, something like that. And I said it one day. I pulled up, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know.
But sometimes
I didn't know what their pronouns was.
But sometimes the person on the drive-thru ain't the same person at the window.
True.
So was it that, or you don't know?
No. It was I ain't know.
That'd be the older generation. When you see like
They don't give.
yeah,
They do not care.
like the older generation. I be by my grandpa's house playing dominoes, and my grandpa and the older men just be around the table.
I don't care about your feelings.
Man, we was over there playing dominoes the other day, and it was a young lady dressed like a man, and they was like,
It was an older woman?
No, it was
somebody our age, probably.
Yeah,
Okay.
and she was dressed like a man.
Uh-huh.
And they were like, boy, these children don't know what the hell they want to do. And they was like, she don't know if she want. I can't say what they said, but
We can imagine.
That's okay. You can say it. Go ahead. Just say, you didn't say this. They said this.
I can't say it because there's going to be another mark.
But yeah,
You can't say it without using the cuss
But
words.
I will
Goodness
say
gracious.
it has built character though. Like I feel like you need balance.
Huh?
Not on that specifically. I'm just talking about old people and not caring about your feelings.
Oh.
Because it's be like, oh, you sure been eating, haven't you? You ain't skipped no meals. That kind of stuff.
I don't know. My uncle.
Hold on, why you say it like this? You
Because
said,
it's personal. It's personal.
that's what I was about to say. I started to say, it sound like you heard that one time or
See, when
two.
you get Goofy laughing, you just be blowing out the mics. I tell you.
Who? Oh,
Goofy?
I'm gonna tell him
I
about
could have
it.
easily been Goofy.
Look, I'm gonna tell him about himself.
Nah. What's it called?
Are you done with that story? Or are you gonna continue?
My uncle.
No,
My uncle was fearless. Now that I think, like they just dedicated a junior high to his name and like named a junior high after him in like Lamar Consolidated area in that district. And he was a principal at Terry. And he said he was telling me a story about a boy bringing a gun to school one day, and he just walked out there and he was like, "Hey, what you doing with that gun?" He was like, "Come on, give me the gun." He took the gun from the boy, took him inside and everything, and called his dad and the police and everybody. And I was just like, you might have got shot to some kids nowadays. You walk up to them and be like, "Hey, just give me the gun." I was just like, and he told me,
That's
he was
how
like,
it's supposed to be.
he was like, I was scared, but I also knew he wasn't there to shoot me. So
Oh, yeah. I don't know. It's just a different dynamic. Like they built different, and we built different, and the generation behind us.
I don't know. My mama said last night that they had like, it was just more respect back then, and it's not respect nowadays.
I'm about to say when we was in school, people was carrying knives and guns in school, but they wasn't just like blatantly out there.
Yeah.
No, that boy was going
crazy.
up there to
They
school.
had sense.
No, he was gonna go shoot up the school.
Yeah, people had more sense back then. I feel like
No,
it
but I'm
all
saying-
goes back
No,
to like how you was
homeboy
raised.
that he stopped was
We
going up there.
understand that. We
He was about
understand
to. He was gonna be the first school shooter. I'm just saying.
The first school shooting.
Yeah.
What
There
year
hadn't
was
been no
this?
school shooting.
What year was this?
My uncle is almost like 90.
Okay, so that's what I was wondering. Because I figured it was like within my lifetime, but I guess not.
No, way before we was even pushed out.
Oh, you didn't say that. Anyway,
Well, how old did you think my
built
uncle
different.
is?
I don't know your uncle.
You're right. I didn't specify. I didn't specify if it was a great uncle. I didn't specify how old he was. That's my fault. I just said it was naming the junior high after him. My bad.
And the uncle, no great, nowhere.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Look at him taking accountability.
This is why we can't be together. Stuff like that. See? Anyway,
going back to the
I'm lost.
build different. Because you were saying back then...
they had more respect.
Oh, with more respect, yeah.
Yeah.
They did. And it's just like now, like the N-word. You wouldn't dare say it back then. But now we so...
Huh? Wait, whoa. What you mean you wouldn't dare say it back then?
People were
That's
more
when they,
scared
that's when
to
they,
say it.
No, they more scared.
there's been interviews about that.
Who
Who was more scared to say it?
Basically, like in our right now, there could easily be somebody amongst us who's not black who would feel comfortable to say the word. Versus back in the day, like you wasn't gonna say that. And if you did, you was gonna beat up.
What is back in the day? I'm confused because back in the day, like 50s,
90s,
60s,
80s,
60s,
and back.
No, because 50, 60, 70, really 40, 30, 40, 50, 60,
But
70s.
that's when they was, well, yeah, we're not going that far back. I'm talking about
like the Tyson,
like outside of
yeah.
prejudice. Well, what civil rights, outside of civil rights and
We're
all
still
that.
going through civil rights, technically.
But you know what I'm talking about. Outside of when they were doing stuff like that versus when things changed.
Like Tyson Fury the other day, they got on him for rapping the lyrics to a song. And the song had the N-word in it. And they was like, he wasn't supposed to be saying that. He's white. Like, bro, he's rapping the song. Like,
and like Cardi B says stuff all the time.
Cardi B is black.
She's actually...
She's Afro-Latino, I think.
I've looked at her parents.
I mean,
and like,
you know what?
Necessarily...
I'm just saying. She grew up in that part of New York where it's okay and it's understandable.
Versus like the 90s and stuff like that, it's just two different worlds.
It is.
90s, 80s.
That
80s.
was 30 years ago.
It's very different.
Well, yeah, you change over time.
There's no repercussions for saying it now.
Yes, there is. You can still get...
No, the wrong person said.
You can still get stomped out.
If you run the right person or the wrong person, you look at it.
You can still get stomped out.
But there's not that many people that's going to stomp you out as much as it used to be.
Hey, 2 feet is enough.
I'm just saying. It's different.
You ever been stomped out?
What I'm talking about.
You ever been stomped out?
You can't understand because you're not black.
Have you seen how big Will feet is? If Will stomp on somebody, that's it.
No, she said you a white man.
I said you don't understand.
Mr. Transracial.
You don't understand.
You're right. I use the ER hard.
Mr. I don't pay my taxes. That's what he was trying to get me not to say earlier.
I knew. Yeah. You are a hot mess. He wanna be.
I'm not a hot mess.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
Why?
Anyways, hey, do y'all think Dave Chappelle should be canceled? Was he wrong?
I can't speak on it.
He's a comedian.
So?
His job is to say what's uncomfortable.
The people who would be mad at Camille for saying he and she would definitely disagree with you.
I don't give a...
But that's because the world we live in is more sensitive. Because them jokes was worse back then and people wasn't
even
as big.
Honestly, you haven't seen the special. It wasn't no jokes. He didn't make a joke about them at all.
What do you say? Give me a synopsis.
He was talking.
But they talk too, right?
No. I mean, Dave Chappelle ain't never made jokes, if we're going to be honest. Dave Chappelle has only told you the truth. He makes
statements, right?
Yes, honestly.
But it's like they make statements too. If you look at like Richard Pryor and them, right?
Yeah, sure.
And it's just like, okay, you was mad. Oh well, and we
like Dave Chappelle doesn't try to be funny, is what I'm saying. Like he doesn't say stuff to actually make you laugh.
Most of them don't.
Yes, they do. Richard Pryor was looking for laughs. Eddie Murphy was looking for laughs. They look for laughs.
I don't know.
They just said
I have to watch
outrageous
stuff.
stuff.
I feel like he wasn't looking for laughs. He was just saying whatever he wanted to say.
You're not a funny comedian if nobody laughs at you. They also comedians also have a smarter.
But most times people really laugh at like stuff like that.
You laugh at the truth.
Yes.
Yeah.
The truth is funny because people, what they say, you trying to mix in some funny stuff with the truth,
and that's what Dave Chappelle
people
did.
Really don't try and get their feelings hurt. So, but somebody's feelings are always going to get hurt because you're telling the truth.
In that special in particular, he wasn't telling any jokes though. He was really
I have to
making a
watch it.
statement in that special.
Because I feel like a lot of times when I see jokes, they are statements.
No, I mean, yes, you're right. What I'm saying is he wasn't trying to make a joke. Like, the way you can tell just the way he started off the special and the stuff he started saying, he wasn't like, people were laughing, but he wasn't trying to be funny.
Exactly.
Because some of the stuff he started off saying was kind of like, honestly, he made a space Jews joke and all this other stuff.
He started off the show by saying, this might be one of my worst shows ever.
Yeah.
He was like, y'all might not actually laugh.
And people don't laugh at that because they think it's funny.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's how he led off the show. He was like, y'all might not laugh at all. So if you want to leave, you might want to leave right now.
He said, this is good. He's like, this is called a closer because I'm going to be canceled after this.
And people going to laugh. So it's just like, I feel like that's how jokes are. Like, most of the jokes that I like and think is funny, I like dry humor. I like you telling as it is, but it comes out funny because you know it like offended people.
Yeah. He wasn't trying to offend.
But
he was literally,
but
he was like,
that could come off as rude.
He started off and said,
I like rude jokes.
But what
But
if
they're
it's
not
not
really
a,
rude
but what
because
if
they're
it's,
real statements.
But what if it's not a joke?
It's not a joke. Half the time when I say stuff, people laugh. I'm not joking.
I mean, I guess you could put him and Dick Gregory in the same category.
No, Dick is.
No, you could put Chappelle and Dick in the
Dick
in the
is
same.
a dick.
You could put Chappelle and Dick in the. They do essentially the same thing.
Dick is a dick.
But Dick is further dicky. Right?
No.
Nah.
Whatever.
As a matter of fact, this thing you do, CMOS.
What?
Dick did that way better. That Dick Gregory juice that they joked about in House Party. That's when they was like, hey, give me some of that Dick Gregory. They were talking about his CMOS formula stuff.
But what's that have to do with me saying the jokes are...
Nah, you was like, Dick is Dick. And I'm like, nah, Dick wasn't Dick. Dick was...
What are you talking about? I don't see how CMOS and what I said. I think we're on two different...
I'm talking about Dick. I'm talking about Dick Gregory.
Okay, that can be taken way out of context. But okay.
Go ahead.
Shut up. Why you can't be mature? Just be mature for once. What's wrong with you?
No, because the topic is sensitivity and shit.
I was when I said Dick was more dicky, I was saying, which I haven't watched enough. I've seen him in person.
I'm not talking about him as a comedian at all.
I was talking about him as a comedian. That's why I got confused when you brought that up. That's why I was
Have
like,
you
we on
seen
two
him do
different conversations.
his comedy? His comedy, like you said, you like dry comedy. I understand why you like him because
Dick isn't.
he was dry.
Dick
That's what I was trying to say. That's why I said he's
Y'all
more
think
dicky. I
Dick
was saying he
Gregory was
seems
dry
like he was
comedy?
more.
That's what he was.
No.
Dick would sit there with a straight face, smoke, and say stuff that
And he meant it.
yeah, and people be like, ha, ha,
And
ha,
I was
ha.
saying that I think Dick Gregory is more. I use that word. He was more further than Dave Chappelle because I felt like he really didn't care, and he just like was raw.
He didn't.
Where Dave Chappelle is raw, but I feel like he's not as raw.
No, they both. The thing about them is they both care, but they care so much that I actually can't show you how much I care because you would use it as a weakness.
We're using care differently. When I say don't care, they don't care about your feelings.
Are you talking about what they say?
They're raw.
That's not true. Dick
What?
didn't become like that towards the end of his life.
Yeah, that's fine.
The beginning of his life, he wasn't like that.
But it's
and
just
then,
like, I don't care about your feedback. I'm going to say what I want and not necessarily have to pull back.
he cared and watched what he said. Dick did.
Yeah,
he had
to a certain
because
extent.
no. He had to because when he started in comedy, it was at a time where he was one of like very, very few black people accepted amongst white people before civil rights.
Yeah, but I know later in life, Dick Gregory. I don't know early in life.
Oh, well, that's what.
So that's why I'm
So we're talking about two different.
We're
Definitely talking about two different dicks.
Because as you get older, you care less.
Yeah.
So that's the type of care I'm talking
Yes,
about.
old people don't care. 'cause
Not the care like you were saying.
they be old people don't care. Old people just say that's any old person though. They'll say
Yeah, I'm going to
whatever.
speak my mind, and I don't care beyond that.
Yeah, but Dick was already like, because I mean, like they tried to cancel Dick before canceling was canceling. They tried to cancel him. Malcolm X used to call him out to come up and speak. He like warmed the stage for MLK.
It's
all
controversial. Right?
He would go out there because he knew if he was out there, it'd bring TV, news, media, and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But I mean, I've seen him at the shrine.
You was there?
Mm-hmm. I have a picture with him somewhere.
you said at the where?
At the shrine. That was really one of his last. He died like a year after that. So that
Talking to the mic.
he died a year after that. So like that was like his
Was
last.
it a year?
Yeah.
It wasn't like a couple.
Cause he died right.
I wonder if he came. He might have came more than.
No,
well,
he had on the hat.
He always had a hat on though, right?
He had on the brownish gray jacket.
Did he have red on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice. How nice.
Continue. What were you saying?
So anyway,
We were still talking about Dave and.
since we
Oh, y'all were supposed to give me an example. Of what
we're
he
on
said.
Dave and Dick. I mean,
Yeah, but we done with that. We go back to Dave.
Dave
Chappelle.
said one of his best friends who used to open up for him was a trans person.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember if there was like a man or woman. I don't know. I think there was a man, and they they were a trans woman. I don't know. I don't know how to.
A man and
Yes,
okay.
thank you. And
So
they transitioned to
trans
trans woman. There you go. And he was saying how that person used to open up for him, and they enjoyed. He would make these jokes with them, and like he was like a lot of the jokes I say, they used to laugh at.
Who?
The trans woman.
Oh, okay.
And so he was like he doesn't make jokes didn't make the trans jokes because he was punching down on them or talking about them. He
Well, also what Dave is, what he's fighting for or fighting against is like how they try to say the trans.
He was making jokes against white men who basically
how they trying to say the trans thing is like closer to
not even trans. No, it wasn't even trans. It was the whole alphabet movement.
Yeah, he was like how they try to say they're close to civil rights, and it's like he said, y'all didn't get on what they said. Y'all didn't get on John Gruden for saying the thing about the black man, but y'all got on him for making the comments about the
LGBTQ community
comments about calling the man. Am I allowed to even say these words?
What? Calling him what?
The F word.
Oh.
And the P word and stuff like that.
I don't know what the P word is.
Well,
talking to your mic, I don't know.
A vagina.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not.
You said the P word. What? You make me think it was a new word out here.
I thought it was like specifically related.
I was like, what?
No, but he was making for him making those sexual comments and him calling the man.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? They was like, but y'all fired him for that.
Yeah.
But y'all didn't fire him for saying the man had rubber lips, which was the connotation for he had big lips like a black person.
Right.
So it was like so.
But he was it was basically like his whole thing is like you say that you want equal rights and all this other stuff, but yet and you try to act like you're a minority, but yet when it's convenient to you, if you're white and you're going to turn your whiteness on. Yeah.
What is the reason why people are mad at Dave Chappelle because he said something about the LGBTQ?
If we're gonna be honest, it's not even black.
No, what is
the
like
black
in
half
the
of that community that's like.
What's in the headlines that's making like Dave bad? What are people saying?
It's the trans people. The trans people keep saying that he said some transphobic stuff, and I was like, he didn't say anything transphobic. He said everything that nobody else wants to say because they don't want to be considered called transphobic, but. At the end of the day, it's truly not transphobic.
Yeah, because it's like you talk about everybody, but I guess they're the loudest.
Yeah,
that's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's like you can't say you want equal rights, but then get mad when somebody else talks about you. Like
say that again.
You can't say you want equal rights and then get mad when somebody wants to talk about you. It's actually kind of like it's funny. So like there was a post on Yahoo about Michael Myers being homophobic because he killed a gay couple. And I was just like, wait a minute. I was like, Michael be killing whoever. I don't think he care if you gay or not. I think if you in his way, he's just going hoo, and that's it. I was like, let's talk about how Michael just appeared out of nowhere. Let's talk about his powers.
Somebody edged up his wig. That was funny. It was on social media.
But yeah, I think Dave's whole point is that community in particular is only sensitive when it's about them and their topics and wants other people to care about them and their community, but don't care when it's, a black man getting shot by the police or something like that. Like They don't care outside of their community. It's okay as long as it doesn't happen to them or it's not about them.
Would you say that you feel like, and I
have to be careful because, you know.
And the fact that you have to be so careful,
I'm a white
feel
man.
like is an issue. Because it's like, I feel like other topics we could talk about and just like, it's understood like, okay, you know, see your perspective, I see where you're coming from. But when it comes to that community,
I'm actually okay.
It's like you almost have to like
No,
really...
No. I'm okay with that. I'm actually okay.
Well, I'm
talking
just
about
saying,
them.
Okay, fine. But I'm just saying, it seems that there's more like...
Oh, I don't.
No. Yes, everybody else.
finish?
No. You're right. Everybody else does have to step on eggshells when it's talking about them.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
And so it's like, I almost feel like sometimes like, are they bullies?
Yes.
Like, I feel like I'm getting bullied into having to be forced to have a certain opinion.
Yes.
And if I step out of that opinion just stating my free speech, then I get hated on.
No, you're 100% correct. They have turned into a reverse bullying.
So then that makes it, so then that takes the light away from me as, I guess you call, as a natural woman on certain topics, depending on what you're talking about. So now it's not okay to be...
All I heard was the commercial.
It's terrible that you have to use the word natural woman,
well,
but yes.
cis woman.
Oh, who?
No, I mean, I was just saying, it's terrible.
terminology.
It's terrible that you have to say like natural woman. You know?
Yes.
How do you feel about that though?
I don't want
You
to talk
as a
about
woman, how do you feel?
Yeah, I don't like it because I don't like it.
No,
I don't like it.
Go ahead.
Because I've heard like people have told me they're like midwives, whatever, right? Midwives. They help pregnant women, and they told me in their discussions, like trainings and things like that, the people they work for, they can no longer say pregnant woman. That's say pregnant person.
Wait, but who else can be pregnant?
Let me continue. And then you can't say breastfeeding.
But
you have to say chest feeding. And then it's
I'm gonna be honest. My son ain't latch on to me.
Let me finish. So it's stuff like that makes me feel like it's a slap in my face.
It is.
To be a woman to the part where women, the female, the
woman.
uterus, the fallopian tubes are the only things that produce other, that can carry and grow a human being. So the fact that you have to be so inclusive, I feel like you're excluding me as a woman, and that bothers me. And it's because you have trans men born a woman,
who want to be
identify as a man.
Yeah.
So because I am a
or
man,
non-binary, some of them just don't identify as anything.
And it's just like, well, I understand that, and I feel that you should be respected. But the fact that you're able to produce another life and carry another life is because of your female woman reproductive system.
Yeah.
And it's like you can't exclude that because I feel like that's a diss.
But that goes to the whole like labels and stuff. Like, don't put a label on me thing. Which, I mean, essentially, like, and it's funny.
So sooner or later, can you not call your private parts?
Yeah,
like,
probably so.
You can call private parts, but that's probably about it.
But no, it's funny because like all this actually.
And the only reason I didn't say
women started all this though.
I don't know.
No, but I'm saying.
Let me be specific. A specific race of women started all this.
Oh, or me.
Yeah, but it
No.
But was it not implanted to the most emotional group of people that get stuff done on purpose?
Yeah,
probably
to push an agenda.
Probably
right. And the only reason I said private parts and I didn't say the vulgar.
Well, there's medical terms.
I don't want to use those.
You used vagina earlier.
You did.
The only reason I used vagina earlier was because you don't want any cussing on your podcast.
Okay, so you can use the medical term.
No.
You're still a band, so I don't even care.
Huh?
So you're still a band.
Well, the only reason, well, in the future, will you be allowed to say penis and vagina?
Those are medical terms.
Well, she just said you're not allowed to say breastfeeding or.
That's because those people who it's like a lot of this, and that's
my birthright.
It's bad that we can't talk about. Well,
gift,
no, that's part of the whole being sensitive part, and it's like I don't understand why you even why is that? It shouldn't be a thing. It's not, and the fact that you're making it a thing and then you make it a thing and then use it as a weapon and turn it against people, it's a problem.
So
like you're becoming a problem at this point.
So where are these things actually changed? Like
at their workplace.
Hey, remember we had a conversation at somebody's house one night? It was just a bunch of us, and they was like, if you let a certain group of people start doing things, like if you
were we in Friendswood?
No.
Where were we?
On the north side.
A lot of stuff there.
No, I was just saying. If you start letting a certain group of people start doing things, it starts changing the way that, like, when stuff goes unchecked, as bad as it sounds.
Yeah.
When stuff goes unchecked, it just starts to roll out of control.
Yeah, it's like when you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
Yes.
That's why you need guidelines.
Look,
yes.
He might say it in the most obscene way ever. But he's hardly.
It's definitely not PC. But the whole PC, that's where it started. When we start talking about like PC culture and all this stuff,
POC?
No, PC.
Like
politically correct.
Politically
correct.
Is that what PC means?
Yeah.
Politically correct.
It is personal computer.
Personal computer is PC for like computers, yes. But politically correct is also PC.
Yeah, you gotta let me know, okay?
I used it. I thought I used it in a proper context. Did I not?
You did.
But I never heard it before.
Right. Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, you've been there for the past.
So say that sentence again, because I'm all confused.
South Park had a whole joke about it. I don't even know.
Well, say that sentence again, because now I'm just confused.
I don't even. You messed me up. I don't even remember. What did I say?
I don't know.
I said something about being. Oh, the PC. That's where all this started. The PC culture is what started this whole.
PC again?
Politically correct.
Oh, okay. Correct. Go ahead.
PC culture started all this. when we wanted people to start being politically correct in their words and what they're saying, that's when this started like ramping up and getting bad.
Oh, well, we got them to change on this issue. We can move the needle.
Yes.
I feel like when it got
they're moving the needle.
I feel like it's just a group of people that really just took the baton and went.
They did. You ever heard the terminology? You give them an inch and they're going to try to take a mile? When Obama was like, hey, this is legal for LGBTQ people.
He forgot T.
No. There was no T yet.
Oh, okay.
It was LGBTQ. Before we start adding all these other people letters, when it was just LGB and Q, and he made like marriage and all that legal.
Yeah, that
was good. That was I'm okay with that, right? Like, love who you love. I'm alright with that. When you start pushing stuff on everybody else and trying to force everybody else into this new nature or something that is, it doesn't really truly affect you. You just making an issue because people don't want to lose money, or people are scared to lose money, or people are scared, all this other stuff. When all that starts happening, that's when this whole let me be politically correct and let me hush and everything. Right. And that's when you start walking on eggshells, and that's causing a strain in society. Yeah, that's why people like Donald Trump seem so polarizing, because we're so used to, mass media has kind of, outside of Fox, has started training everybody to try to be that way, you know? Like, media, if we're going to be honest, the news media is probably the biggest culprit of pushing us towards that way.
Propaganda.
Yes.
Basically, taking away freedom of
Dave
speech.
Chappelle talked about the Me Too movement and how, like, he feels like that was a failed movement. And not saying it wasn't failed or not, but
you didn't attack everybody you were supposed to attack for it to. It's not
even.
Why you laugh?
It's not.
It's the truth.
No, you didn't.
I just heard you say you didn't attack everybody you're supposed to attack, and I just took that sentence. It was funny.
But that's the problem. We're attacking instead of trying to fix problems.
Yeah. And
so you attack people instead of fixing the system and where the problem is. You know.
I like.
And what would you say the problem is?
I mean, the same problem that black people have been saying has been the problem. There's a good old boy system of certain, just white men in particular, who are rich and powerful, who they can control and do whatever they want. And they're so used to doing it. Now that people are fed up with it, and there's other people up there in that system too, it's kind of a culture of, let me just join them instead of let's fix the problem. And so then when you start going after people like Harvey Weinstein and Bill Cosby and stuff, those people, yeah, sure, you went after them, but they're also so old and the stuff they did was so long ago that it doesn't doesn't
the culture's
help.
Still there.
Yes, the culture was there. Culture. Yes,
and honestly,
and you don't kill the culture by continuing to just like try to just pull people and drag people down.
They just reaching.
Yes, like the they're basically thinking that if you lock enough of them
Oh,
up or
they're-
pull enough of them
yeah,
out of position,
yeah. People will
that
shut up.
not even people will shut up.
Oh.
That the culture will disappear. You can't cut the head of a snake if you don't know what the next head is.
Yeah. And I mean, I said whatever the word I just said, because it's like, oh, people are complaining about it. Let's do something. Let's lock this person up. You know? And it's just like,
Yeah.
nothing.
But to me, it's like, okay,
It's not beating
you
the
go after
origin.
Bill Cosby for the things he did in the
You go after Bill
In the
Cosby
six-
about
in
some Quaaludes.
in the 60s and the 70s,
You-
but you have a whole movie that popularizes and makes it
You have a whole Wolf of Wall Street.
it's practically
had-
what Bill Cosby did in the 60s and the 70s.
Yes, giving Quaaludes, having sex with women who were drugged and stuff like that. Like,
And there's people actively doing it now. So why go to somebody who's
70, 80
who's
years
not
old.
even doing it no more?
who doesn't
and
actually
skipping over
push the
people
culture
who-
of doing it? Yes.
Yeah, that. It's just so many levels that they could have did, except, and that's where agendas. And it's just
Yeah,
like,
like,
why'd you choose this person?
Dave Chappelle's
specifically?
like, you could have fired your male agent and got a female agent who wouldn't necessarily even have access to you to actually help them and promote them up in the chain, you know? Because if you're a big star and you fire them and then get like a lower female agent and just kind of like allow them to be your agent, they're going to grow as an agent and get more clients and stuff because of your name alone.
It goes
you know?
a whole lot.
Yeah.
It's like it's like chopping a tree down versus building multiple trees that will create more and to come. But anyway, they do it on purpose. We all know that.
You said they do it on purpose?
Yeah.
It's the media. It's media control at this point.
Well, no,
And it's actually funny because media is losing control. I think Joe Rogan was talking about how they like try to double down on his horse pill comments, or him taking these taking pills that they also do prescribe to horses, right? Or horse dewormer or whatever, right? And it's not. He wasn't
that's
taking.
what they were doing for the COVID stuff.
Yeah, he took some medicine for COVID. He got prescribed the medicine though, and it wasn't the. Yes, they make a horse deworming version of that medicine, but he was taking the human version of the medicine that doesn't have anything to do with deworming, you know, to get over COVID. He was prescribed it by a doctor, you know, and then he was talking about how they were making fun of him for taking that and all that stuff instead of just getting vaccinated and all this other stuff. But they were just they were trying to push their agenda. And Don Lemon like doubled down on his whole thing. He was like, well, what's wrong with saying it is horse dewormer, you know? And it's like, because you said, well, it is, but you just said it was only as if it was only horse dewormer.
he
You
took
didn't
a
actually,
human one, so it's not
Yeah.
horse dewormer.
Right.
That's what I was saying.
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. But CNN doesn't want to, you know, admit that
So
they're wrong.
since you jumped to that subject,
What?
how do you feel about
Are we talking about COVID?
the
I
vaccination?
don't know. Are you vaccinated?
No.
Ew, get out of my house. What's wrong with you? You filthy animal. Ugh.
That's how people act.
They really do.
Why you playing?
I don't know. Trust me. I'm probably not going to go to Thanksgiving and Christmas this year, so it's all right.
Huh?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Are you?
Huh?
Are you?
You said what?
No, he's saying like I got.
I'm probably not invited to
yeah,
Thanksgiving
I
and
got two
Christmas
or
if
No,
we're going to be
have you
honest.
gotten a shot?
No. Why would I
okay.
do that? I didn't even have COVID, so why would I give myself a shot?
I just
You know,
asking.
There's a little bit more of a science to this than most people realize. Like, if you have enough T cells in your body, that's a whole different topic. If you have a certain amount of cells, and if you have enough,
Immune system.
if your immune system basically, certain people's immune systems kind of make them immune to getting COVID.
Or it can fight off.
Yes,
Yeah.
which is the same thing that the vaccine does. So if your body already does that, there's no point in getting the vaccine. Now, granted, you know, I don't know for sure if my body is doing that or if I just been lucky, you know. But I do know somebody at this table was riding with me in my car and had COVID.
Yeah. And CMOS helps
And,
boost the immune
and
system.
shook my hand and everything. He might as well have I think we ate lunch and everything together today. I should have had it. But next thing I know, I call him. I'm at home. I got COVID. I was like, oh my goodness. I had to go take a test. And I was like,
How many
negative.
tests did you take?
I've taken like 3 tests. Cause I had the allergy sickness, right? And I thought that was COVID, and it was just what I thought it was. It was my allergies, but you know, just
be
to be
too
safe,
sure.
right?
But
I was
also
like,
those
then
tests,
with him, I had to go take a test.
Those
and then,
tests are also very, very shaky. Those tests, you can get a false positive.
They don't care about none of that.
No, what I'm saying, the test itself is
I'm just
a
telling
shaky
you,
test.
They don't care about none of that.
Yeah.
Either way, I took 3 tests. They were all negative. So I was just like, hey, yo, woo. I was like, we God body around here. I keep trying to tell everybody. arm, leg, arm, head.
I'm not
I just be
taking it.
trying to say.
I'm just ready for all this to be over so I can get back to my regular life.
You didn't catch it.
I'm not taking. I heard you say I ain't retarded. Or should I have said I am? But yeah, I'm not taking it. I'm not gonna take it. There's no point in me putting it in my body for me to fight it off when I already done had it. That's basic. What's that?
I've also
Basic
the other piece
biology
is,
from what they
If
tell
you've
you.
had chickenpox, you don't have to take chickenpox vaccination.
well, yeah. The funny part is, I've also seen people who've gotten the shot and seen like the effects it's had on them, and I was like, yo, I'm not trying to like feel like that for like 2 days, you know. I was like, I haven't gotten it, therefore we good over here, you know. I was like, it doesn't make it like, and that's what the part that angers me so much with that whole thing, and like people trying to force you. I told my mama, I was like, it's selfish that y'all want me to get this vaccine. I was like, because you don't want me to get it because you actually, like, yeah, my mama probably does actually care about me. I'm pretty sure, my grandma probably actually does care about me. But I'm just like, there's so many other things I need him to survive in life right now that's not vaccine related, you know? I was like, if I get this vaccine, it's not going to help it's not going to change my situation. Yes. And it's like, I was like, everybody who keeps talking about a vaccine, I'm like, y'all be talking about a vaccine, but don't ask me how I'm doing in life.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, especially when it's brought up. Like, family will, like, hound you about it. And
I'm like, who do you care about it for?
they
like,
hound you about it. And like you said, like, after a while, it is kind of like, dang, you so worried about me having this shot, but you're not worried about my mental health.
And the bad part is,
They know not to call me.
hold on, wait. The bad part is, it's the family members who got the vaccine. So then at the end of the day, I look at them, I'm like, wait. Aren't you vaccinated?
Aren't you shielded?
Why are you worried about me being vaccinated if you vaccinated? I was like, just because you got the vaccine doesn't stop you, from passing it to me. I was like, I should be more worried about you because at least I'm going to go get a test. I'm like, you not, because you vaccinated, so you think you're okay.
They not taking tests?
Hell no, they not taking tests. What they don't take a test for?
They vaccinated,
They
right?
vaccinated.
They don't
to
even
see if they have it.
No, because they've been tricked by the media
Well,
to
I know
think
people
if you have the vaccine, you don't need it.
and they got tested.
This is also
Because
kind of
they
why.
because they probably still had symptoms of them being sick.
As
So
much
that's why
as,
they went and
as
got
much
tested.
as people hate this president, this is also kind of why I miss Trump. Because at least
So
Trump
you were
was
saying
honest.
they weren't choosing
Ish.
to not. You were just saying they don't have any symptoms, so they don't pick up on the fact.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, well, I got a vaccine, so I don't think
You're not going to have symptoms, yeah.
But
And if you do have
though.
symptoms, it was going to
Some
be
of them
mild.
do.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. If you do have symptoms, it's going to be very mild.
But
It's
we
not going to hurt
still
you.
on
No,
the tempo. If
yeah.
you feel some way, you gonna get tested.
Yeah. I know a bunch of nurses that be like, it's a bunch of people in here that got vaccines.
That's sick. That's
sick
in the
and
hospital.
that's in the hospital.
And that's why, that's why.
Because if anything, it's supposed to limit your symptoms, right?
No,
Decrease.
My thing was everybody was saying, well, if you get the vaccine, you won't die. And I'd be like, you stupid.
I can't even think. Like, my dad tried to send me some articles, right? And I sent him a whole article about one of these up north states that like almost everybody's vaccinated and they still having like high COVID numbers.
No, like,
and I was like, miss me with all this.
you should have sent them. You should have sent them Israel. Israel is 85% vaccinated as a country, and like a month later, after they reached the 85% mark, 20,000. It's either between 10,000 to 20,000 people had an outbreak of COVID.
Right.
So it was like, so what was the point of 85%
And then the other piece is,
of your country getting vaccinated if y'all had an outbreak?
Compared to what it was before?
I don't know.
Because numbers like without
numbers
a weight,
are skewed.
Without a weight, it's just a number.
Yeah,
numbers
but still,
are skewed.
If 85% of your country is vaccinated and you still have an outbreak of 10 to 20,000,
Yeah, but I don't know what percentage that is.
That's still a lot of people.
Well, no, 10 to 20,000 like in America is not a lot of people.
Well, in Israel, I'm saying
Israel is big population wise, so she's right.
Your computer is here. Could you look it up?
Greg, look it up.
So
what's the population of Israel?
He the researcher, man, and the
Greg, the whole if I can get another computer and the TV once I get the other computer and everything, once we get the full setup in here, we'll have a screen for Greg to just do research.
I just want to take time out. Shout out to my nails. Halloween is on Saturday.
Anyways,
population of Israel 9.217 million.
Yeah, 10 to 20,000 is not a lot.
It's not, but
it's more about the comparison of like before vaccination numbers and then
1%.
Yeah, 0.1. But still, it's still an outbreak.
But that's how they do. That's how they spin them articles, though.
That's how they spin numbers, though. Well, I mean, it was vice versa. The people who were pro-vaccine spinning, and then they also kind of make you seem like just because I don't want to get the vaccine, don't mean I'm anti-vaccines. I just don't want the vaccine for me. If I don't feel like I need the vaccine, I should have that right. You know,
some labels. Villainizing people.
Well, and then
it's easier to do that.
This is where you get the LGBTQ community come in.
How you bring them back in this?
Because all
We're
that.
Talking about people.
That whole thing
cycles.
It's a whole cycle.
People,
yeah.
The bullying, the sensitivity.
Yeah, because you're bullying. I mean, that's how I feel like people are trying to bully me to get vaccinated.
I feel like my parents are bullying me.
To get the vaccine?
But my dad does that.
Her daddy's like, hey, yo.
But I mean, when you tell people something and you say that's your answer, and people keep asking you the same thing, I feel like that's like a form of bullying.
Why don't you?
Because you're trying to force me to change my mind.
Yeah, but I'm saying, you are in the business of health. You should have the numbers.
Time out. Well,
she is in the business of health.
No, you went too far there. No.
Thank you.
This is where the issue starts to fall into place.
About what?
Because you start to beat them other people.
Yeah. You giving people talking about you in the business of health. No, she in the food industry business. We're gonna be honest.
No, she's more in the healthcare business.
No, she's not in the healthcare business. Food health.
Your food is your health.
That's nice.
No, she just told you that before the
camera. I said food
Come here. How much biological?
Wait.
How much biological research have you done?
It's different than working in the hospital.
What did you tell him earlier?
Even hospital, them, they don't do research.
Wait, what did you tell him earlier? It's not
I
more.
I said a lot earlier.
Oh, you full of shit. You told him.
Be more specific.
You told him earlier. I'm kind of concerned about you, and you did.
I can say that without being CMOS queen.
Yeah.
You're all right, but you also said after that it's more so what you put in your body.
So is that propaganda?
In your mouth. I said it's more what you eat.
So is that her actually carrying propaganda because she's trying to get me to buy stuff, or like what is
Did
that?
Did I give him statistics, or was I just like facts?
You told him the truth. The fact is what you put in your body helps you more.
That's not true.
I said
yes, it is.
I said eat.
Chad Ocho Cinco said he eat McDonald's.
I don't give
and work out.
Yeah, but
how much did Ocho Cinco work out? Whatever he put in his body, he burnt out completely.
Okay. Oh, so
but that doesn't mean that his
so I can eat McDonald's as long as I'm working out and it's burning me out, right?
You can look fit
and not really, and be terrible. But I'm saying still,
so that's why, like
what you put in your body counts more than what you actually do.
That doesn't qualify her to give any type of health advice. No, let's let him finish
because I want him to wrap this around to like say your argument. Continue.
What are the benefits of having CMOS? Since you wanted to,
that doesn't qualify.
Shut up!
Her.
I wasn't talking to you.
It helps with your bones, joints, hair, skin, immune system boost, energy boost, weight loss, libido, digestion, thyroid, and more.
Dick Gregory told me that.
Let him finish.
Almost everything you said contributes to you being a healthy person.
Oh my goodness!
Okay, yes.
What does it have to do with the healthcare?
We're getting there. Shush.
What do you mean by healthcare?
Can I give you duct tape?
No, give me to the finish line.
I want him there.
All right.
Stop.
No, because you got your hand on me. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Continue.
I was looking for your elbow because I was gonna.
Because I'm saying the stuff that you sell helps you fight off almost any disease or anything that could harm you in your body.
It raises your immune system. Yes, that's what you're saying.
Oh, see, I didn't have some CMOS. That's probably why I've been, because she came over here a couple times. You know, when we did the podcast during like COVID, and I'm sitting here CMOSing up. So you know, yeah. I'm trying to tell you.
See, that's how he got through. But what are you saying? Okay, yes, it makes me a healthy person.
But I'm saying you take that. You take that every. I would think you would take it every day.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But I'm saying if you are taking something that boosts your immune system every day, I wouldn't think you would be looking to take a vaccine shot because you're literally.
But that's not what you were saying. You were saying that I should know something.
Let's see. You tried to make me.
No, I was
trying to get him to the point.
But I'm saying,
that's what I'm trying
to
get.
You wouldn't have because you say your parents are. Or your father is trying to get you to take the shot. And I'm like, well, shit. I'm sorry. Well, you technically...
I was
trying to say...
There's 5. There's 5 strikes on here. Because of you.
You just don't know how to be quiet. Continue.
No, I was saying because you technically work in the food/health industry, like that you would have some of those numbers to help boost give to people that.
Why do I need that stuff for my business?
Wait,
because I'm not pushing. I'm not pushing. CMOS and COVID.
No, you don't have to.
So I feel like when you say that, you're trying to force it to be like, oh, take CMOS because it will prevent COVID.
No.
That's not a true statement.
No. I'm not saying that at all. But
So
I'm saying
trying to understand the numbers.
I'm saying it's a immunity booster.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Yeah, but I'm saying like,
and it stops there.
Okay, I'm just saying like that. I sell something that boosts my immunity every day. I take it every day. Why do you think I need the COVID shot?
I feel like it's preference. But it's like, I still don't feel like it went back to what your original thing was.
Excuse me. Can you please tell me where they clarified her as a healthcare professional?
Yeah. Because that question you asked, it was just like way off of where you ended.
So what made Dick Gregory healthcare?
He wasn't. He sold food and beverage. He created a pyramid scheme, if we're going to be honest. But
okay, sure.
Pushing health doesn't mean you have to have all these numbers and stuff. To me, health is very basic. So it's like, I feel like 1 + 1 = 2. I don't necessarily have to back up that.
And I can tell you 1 + 1 don't equal 2.
And that's fine. It's your preference. You can do what you want to do, and like get sick and do whatever you want. That ain't my problem. But 1 + 1 = 2.
No, it don't.
Okay.
technically it does.
Technically, it don't.
It does.
But that's what they do.
What they do. Who is they?
You. But technically it does.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
You plus another person equals what?
2.
No.
It does.
No.
It does.
Because you create another person. That don't equal 2.
But then that will equal 3.
I know.
That's 2 + 2 = 3.
No, that's what? Okay.
I'm confused about what your question is.
That wasn't a question. It was a statement.
I'm confused.
What's the statement again?
If
1 + 1.
If I got one
2.
mic and you got one mic, how many mic is that?
But I'm saying 1 + 1
= 2.
No.
Yeah.
In your world, there's an exception.
There's not
Somewhere.
an exception.
He's saying that because
1 + 1.
you and him could create a baby, the 1 + 1
3.
don't make it.
Because
2.
there's an exception.
How's an exception?
That you can have twins.
Stupid.
Or you can have
Oh,
triplets.
okay,
Or you
well,
can have
that's-
quadruplets.
If it's me and you,
there's an exception.
If it's me and
But
you, it's 2
technically,
people.
If
that's
it's
2.
one mic and another mic,
It's-
there ain't
yeah.
no exception.
If it's me and you, it's 2.
It's just you. And don't be hitting me.
Don't hit me in the head.
Violence.
Hit me in the,
You ain't say nothing to him.
You hit him
you hit me in the
you
head,
had
right?
way more
Exactly.
force.
Way more aggression. Mine was a playful hit. Boy, I should.
It was.
You lucky we on camera. Otherwise, I would have started a whole fight in here, boy.
That's fine.
Well, you can always use this
Anyways.
as evidence. You see that?
I'm calling the police. You assaulted me.
Go on, then, white man.
Oh my gosh.
Talking about 1 + 1 equals 3. I can't believe this.
Mr. Transracial.
Man, oh,
I sell apples. I guess I should have numbers. My apple.
clearly you should be a mathematician too. I don't know. Anyway, this is what happens when you start energy, my soul. Do y'all watch the news?
No.
Camille told me it was a tornado over here, and I was like,
Somebody
People
said
tell me.
yeah, somebody said that earlier.
ain't no tornado out here. I was like, I don't know where it's at.
Yeah, evidently it touched down.
Where? It must have
North
been.
side, I told you that.
This ain't the north side. See, when she said that, I was like, this ain't the north side.
So, just because
South side, the realest.
This ain't
that don't
Dallas?
mean it can't move.
It's not, but south side, do the south side versus south side, the realest. Come on now. Who got the hardest south side song? I don't even like Dallas, but which south side song is harder? Okay,
Dallas is
thank
north.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a close one.
Right. So, thank you, Camille, for being our healthcare professional and on the podcast.
Not a healthcare provider.
I just sell sea moss.
So have y'all listened to music?
I don't say that. Huh?
Have y'all listened to any music?
So what did you say?
Oh, hey, wait. No. Music.
He said, I wouldn't have said I just sell sea moss.
I keep trying to move us off this topic.
Go ahead, move us.
Y'all gonna get us demonetized before we monetize.
We'll get it then.
Anyways, have y'all listened to any new music?
She listened to Drake.
Drake?
Why you still putting words in my mouth?
He did it. I don't know.
I said we about to fight.
Invite him. Y'all the same height? Go ahead.
We're not the same.
We the same height. I don't know. I listened to the Drake album just because.
Okay.
You ain't listen to Kanye?
I did remember I listened to Kanye first because I was like trying to listen to Drake. It didn't work out for me. I did not like it. It was not hitting me. But Kanye, his album spoke to me and I was able to get through that.
Yee.
I listened to
Yay.
whatever. Tomato.
It's not actually, but keep going.
And then eventually, just because I wanted to know what, be able to relate to people, I listened to Drake. And later on, I was able to listen to it. But before, I could not listen to it. It just didn't speak to me. I told him.
So many albums come out. Y'all talking about Kanye
and he was
Drake.
like, "Oh yeah, you don't listen to that masculine toxicity." That's what he called it.
It is.
And I was like, "Huh, is it?" But I stopped listening to it, so I was like, "Oh."
It is technically. We've had a conversation about toxic masculinity, but
Who y'all have?
were you not here that day?
No.
Who was it? It was me, you, and who? It was on one of these podcasts.
I don't know.
We talked about toxic masculinity.
Shoot, we all can be toxic.
You were here. I think it was me, you, and Crystal.
Oh, and what's the name?
Or it was me, you, and Phoenicia, and Crystal.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is toxic masculinity to you?
No, I'm not going back to that topic.
Oh, I wasn't here though.
Were you supposed to be here?
No.
Oh.
It was supposed to be Phoenicia.
He knew not to bring
I can hear that. I can hear that. That's what I was trying to tell you. It feels the vibrations. That's why we need mic stands.
I understand.
That's toxic masculinity, right there.
It's not toxic masculinity at all.
He doesn't like to repeat himself.
I don't.
No, I'm talking
You
about
do.
him wanting to punch people in the face.
I didn't. Did I
That's
look
anger
like I
issues,
wanted to
ain't
punch
it?
her or something?
Why did you ball up your face?
Ain't that just anger issues?
To do the stanky leg. I don't know. To jig on the beat.
So what is it? Can we have like a quick little?
A toxic masculine. Will's toxic masculine. Like him. He's a toxic
Why?
masculine person.
Explain.
What do you mean? What? Have you met him?
Not in detail to know that he's toxic.
She didn't
Because
lie.
I want to know what your.
She didn't lie.
Because I want to know what your definition is.
I don't know. What is it?
Oh, I don't know. I'm asking you for your opinion. Google it.
I don't have it.
What they say?
Will, what's toxic masculinity?
She asked you. She ain't asked me. Look it up, Mr. Research.
You stole my phone. Oh, there you
Why
go.
would I take your phone? That's crazy.
Look at this.
Anyways,
Missing money.
it doesn't even matter. So back to music. We'll come back to toxic masculinity another day. Back to music. Hey, you saw Meek Mill's album cover. Did you see the white guy fussing about it because it was on the bus? And then he tried to make claims that it was the Masons behind it because he had a checkerboard on the.
Get the hell out of here.
Look up the album cover.
I know what the album cover look like.
Yeah.
But where did the whole Mason thing come from? That's crazy.
You had to see him fussing about it.
Oh, I see why you call Will.
What's so funny? What did I do?
You saw.
Toxic masculinity. I read it and then I clicked on an image because I was like, okay, I need more. Like they just using a lot of words.
Well,
I got examples.
let me see what you looked at.
And it says toxic masculinity. 3 behaviors or beliefs behind the phenomenon. 1, suppressing emotions or making distress. 2, maintaining an appearance of hardness. 3, violence is an indicator of power.
No, not at all. I don't even know why you pointing to me. I'm not violent with nobody.
I should use it.
And then like the definition talked about like harming men, women, that kind of stuff.
I don't harm anybody.
That's not me.
I
stopped you from shooting
It
5 white.
to traditional cultural masculine norms.
You didn't shoot him.
Allegedly, I don't know what you talking about.
It just made me think about how hard you hit him, and then that conversation about the purses.
Come on, you stop me.
What about the purses? That I wouldn't pick up your purse?
Yeah.
Because I told you.
Hey, bleep that out.
What? That's because.
Huh? No, his alleged actions of him stopping me allegedly doing some stuff.
Huh? What? I missed that.
No, but I don't pick up no woman's purse. Period.
Yeah, it just made me think about it.
Yeah.
It's like a masculine norm. They talk about masculine norms.
Yeah, because you like,
No, it wasn't a
If it wasn't wrong for you to say, I'm pretty sure. Let me not say it.
It's just I'm not gonna pick it up because it's not like I'm not comfortable it's your purse. First of all.
Hey,
so
would you be okay
bag?
if your son was gay?
Huh?
So would you be okay if your son came out to you and said he's gay?
I can't answer that right now.
Okay.
Would you?
Would you say, would I be okay with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, I'll be all right.
In what way?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
You said in what way?
Yeah.
He said, would I be okay? I'll be like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, you said I'd be okay with it.
Yeah. It's just one thing. It's like, you can't, like, be mad at it. I mean, you can, but you can't. There's no point in being mad at it.
Like, would you be happy?
You said, would I be happy? Like, define happy.
That's what I was getting at.
I wouldn't care.
You would still love and accept
Everybody.
your
Yes,
son.
I would love and accept him, and it is what it is at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
If he's happy, that's all I can really ask for, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who you texting? What you trying?
Does it matter? Did I ask you who was on your phone when you was texting on your phone?
See, look, see.
So would
toxic. You
so
toxic in
so if he
general.
had a bag, would you pick up his bag for him?
What you mean? Like if he had like.
Let's be clear. The day Will pick up something, I might have a heart attack.
Why?
Because he don't ever do nothing like that.
I know your lazy ass ain't talking.
Whatever. Basically, could you pick up another man's bag?
I'm trying to tell you, he
Like-
don't pick up nothing.
Like
That's all I'm
luggage or
telling you.
something like that?
Luggage.
He's so rude. You ask him to just get you some water. He'd be like,
Wallet.
why I gotta get you some water? Because you by the fridge.
Wallet, bag.
No.
He rude and disrespectful, toxic. I keep trying to explain to you.
I just told her no. No.
I'd be like, yo, Will, go get this. What? Why I gotta get it? Get your lazy stuff up. What are you talking about? You on the way there? Just get it. That's how he be. That's just him.
Okay.
He didn't want to pick up your bag because he wanted you to pick it up. He didn't want to do no work.
I know. I was like, dang, you can't move it for me.
He tried to make the whole excuse of the lady's purse thing. He tried to make that.
That's not an excuse.
It wasn't my purse, it was my computer bag. Well, my book bag.
First off, stop.
Okay, now that's different.
Now we know good and that's classifies as a woman's purse.
My wallet right here.
No.
If
I
that
don't
was
care
my
what
purse,
you.
my wallet would be in there.
I don't care what you're using it for. What I'm saying is,
It is a.
we all know that's a tote
tote
bag.
Like,
exactly, a tote bag,
No, like,
not a purse.
like my aunt cusses me out. She be like, go in my purse and get my wallet. I'm like, you know damn well I'm not gonna go in your purse or pick up your purse and get your wallet for you to give me something to
He
go
also
pay for
like
something.
being difficult when it just don't. It ain't even necessary.
And my aunt be like, go in my purse.
I wish she'd pop you. Just go get it.
No, this is me now. Like
Yeah, I know.
2 weeks ago.
That's what I'm talking about. I wish she would pop you instantly.
He just be difficult.
No, but like I was saying earlier, the thing that we didn't tell you, if a man is comfortable enough to
You
pick
told
up,
me that.
to pick up your purse, well, we wasn't. The cameras wasn't rolling then. If a man is comfortable enough to pick up your purse and go in, he's comfortable enough to go in your purse while you ain't looking.
Do you agree?
Really?
He agreed earlier. He just not doing it now.
No, I agreed.
He agreed because he.
Because what?
Like he said.
That's what I said. That was my answer to him.
That's him.
No, that's not me. That was my answer to him.
You're the one who did it.
I mean, yeah, because I was being funny.
Okay.
I mean, sure, maybe.
You've done it a few times.
Yeah, a couple, but
Exactly.
That's not a good thing.
But that's him. That's not everybody. Just because you pick it up. There's plenty of guys will hold their purse for their wives or girlfriends while they do something.
That's different.
How is that different?
For your wife or your girlfriend?
You didn't say that earlier. Oh my god. You did not specify that there was some type of exception for you. You just made it like it was all purses. And you couldn't hold your purse for your mama or your auntie?
No,
not. I just told you that.
Exactly. So I'm like, exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Just because it's your gal or your wife don't make no difference.
I can't do this with you. Can't.
Me either.
I can't.
Come on. Let's move on.
We were talking about checkerboards on the side of the bus and the Masons promoting sexual images to people. That's what the white guy said. I ain't say that. That was him. I know better.
Yeah, because you're white.
You did it to yourself.
You said what? You the one over the Illuminati committee?
Who?
You. Did y'all not put the checkerboard on the bus for that?
No.
Did y'all not? Y'all didn't take Meek Mill, put the checkerboard on and show sexual images on the bus.
What did he? Honestly, you have a checkerboard on your shirt as we speak.
With that whole
what part of the Illuminati are you in?
With that whole little, what's that thing called? That red shadow. It makes it look
demonic.
Tippy. What's that?
I'm on the floor.
Not
honestly.
Tippy. What's it? Trippy is the word I was looking for.
Yeah. No, but explain why you have the checkerboard on what on.
I don't know.
Mickey Mouse.
Designed this. He wanted to match some shoes, and so we made a red and a yellow design. That's the honest truth. I mean,
so what do you think Meek would say? Or what did he say?
I don't know. Ain't Meek? I don't know.
I surely
What is
don't
Meek?
know.
I don't know.
I didn't even see it.
I don't know. He didn't say anything. All I know is, the album cover that he has was on the side of a bus. I mean, the album cover, because it had pixelated naked women, but it had naked women on it, so I don't know. Apparently, it was a black woman who created that, though, so there's that.
I can't speak on it. I know nothing.
I don't know. Y'all haven't seen it, for real?
I've seen it.
Oh. You ain't seen it? Tough. Anyways. Yeah, the media be trying to portray you bad in the media. You see this? Look at this. Anyway. So, the toxic masculinity, you agree with me?
I was good.
You good now?
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's different variations. I have to dig into it more because, everybody has different perspectives.
What are you sensitive about? Let's
Me?
talk about you. Yeah.
My emotions. Love makes me very sensitive. Because I feel like that's the only time that I really
What are
let
words
my
that trigger you?
A lot of words trigger me. Just depends. I'm moody.
Yeah, that's true.
Being a woman, y'all don't understand, being a woman and, having all these emotions and hormones rage through you is not fun.
Why do women act like we don't understand?
Y'all don't. Y'all stay pretty even keel, which is nice.
Because we're forced to hide our emotions.
No, not that kind of emotions. You get real, overwhelmed with, hormones and stuff like I'll be chilling and then I'll, PMS. And then, you're crying 1 minute.
I don't
and
understand
then
why
you're
y'all think
yelling
guys
1
don't
minute.
have that.
Y'all don't have
No,
a
we
uterus.
do. We just
No,
control
but this
our
is
emotions better.
No, this is you don't control it. It comes out of nowhere. It's I'm sitting here and someone throws a baseball at me.
Well, yeah, but that's different. Somebody threw a baseball at you. Any of us would be
That's
mad.
what I'm talking about. That's what the hormones do. They come out of nowhere.
Oh,
because
so
when
your
your menstrual
hormones are
comes, it just spikes, and it's just not fun. It's not fun. I don't want to come off as a crazy banshee. I want to be the same person.
You don't want to be what you are. I understand.
No, I do. But I'm just saying, it takes a toll sometimes. It really does. Nobody wants to PMS. Nobody wants to be, not in control. Why are you crying? I don't know. I'm just upset for no reason, honestly. I think my menstrual's coming.
Hey, how you feel about
clockwork.
abortion? That's another sensitive topic. Yeah.
It is a sensitive topic. I do feel like it should be people's choice. I mean, it's their body. You never know the situation, so that's governing someone else's body for them.
I agree. It goes back to my vaccine point. Don't govern my body.
Yeah.
I do. I agree. Do you feel like men are the ones who are choosing to govern your body?
It seems like it when you look at like who's passing the bills that way.
Have y'all looked at who wrote the bills?
No, I don't. Oh. I just know, like, you know.
I mean, yeah, he's agreeing with it. Yes,
yeah. That's what I see.
Yeah. I don't like. It's usually women who are like championing these bills and.
Well, a lot of people get bitter because of stuff that did or did not happen in their lives. So then they try to get back by making people's lives miserable. So I could see why a woman would.
I feel like that's everybody nowadays. I think that's where the sensitivity comes from. I think everybody is just bitter about stuff and they want to make other people's lives bitter because of things that happen to them.
Bitter people want to. And that goes back to the book I read last night. Well, chapter.
Oh, yes. Tell me about that book. Yeah. I forgot we talked about that earlier.
I have to look up. I'm sure he's very, very famous. But The Mastery of Love. But pretty much.
What?
The Mastery of Love.
Do you think that's something that could be
I'm about
mastered?
to tell you. By Don Miguel Ruiz.
I'm saying, do you think that's something that could be mastered?
Huh? Well, let me tell you why I brought it up and then ask me. So, we were talking about the sensitivity and people being bitter and like how everybody's like that. When I was reading the book, I read the third chapter, which was like the man that doesn't believe in love, and then I read another chapter, which was like the perfect love or perfect relationship or something like that. And between one of those chapters, it talked about, like, for me, I struggle in that category because it's like I always had the idea, like, I knew when I was single, I was happy. I was not gonna, like, getting stuff, like, goals and all that kind of stuff, right? And then when I get in relationships, there's something I would do or something that would happen that would cause me to be unhappy and stressed and stuff like that, right? And it's just like, what is it? And it's like, I knew that I was putting too much focus on that person. Yeah. And I could get, but it's like, I still couldn't get to like a solution, right? A real, like, how do I fix it? And when I read that book last night, it talked about like, it's so funny because it's like all this stuff we know, but it's like, sometimes it's that really small thing that makes it click for you. What made it click for me was I know that it's no one's job to make, what did I say?
Make you happy.
It's no one's job to make me happy. But I missed the part about it's not my job to make other people happy.
Right.
Because I spent my whole life trying to make other people happy. Like if someone's sad, I want to fix it. And just like if I'm with somebody, I want to make them happy to the point where I'm not making myself happy. And now I'm frustrated at you because you're not making me happy, which I never expected, but because I'm so empty, it's like I need to get fuel for somewhere because I'm not doing it myself. So it's just like I feel like everyone's so busy trying to be in other people, because it's like he also talked about like, you need to worry about you. I like the part where he talked about it's not each other's job to make each other happy, and it's just like, if you have something going on and you like, say you come home from a bad day and you're upset, it's not my job to try to like fix it or make you happy. It's best for you to just like, it's not my business basically. It's best for you to like kind of go deal with it and then come back. I could share my happiness with you, but it's not necessarily good for someone to come home and then like bring me down too. Mm-hmm. Go deal with your stuff on your own time and then come back, because we're sharing our happiness. We're not trying to force on each other. So I feel like with the world, everybody's so worried about everybody else and what they doing that they're not worried about them. And we all know that, but I feel like bringing it back and thinking about it that way, it's like, yeah, people are bitter because they're so worried about other people and like how they feel and trying to put it on other people. And it's not fair. And but I go back to the character building.
Yeah, I think I think everybody's issue is that nobody's been doing self-work.
No.
And they expecting everybody else
to do the work.
Point the finger.
Yeah.
That like, you ain't doing it.
Like they want you.
But are you doing it?
I want you to accept me, and it's like.
But do you accept yourself?
Right.
Because he talked about self-love. If you love yourself, then you have enough love to share.
Yeah, and you don't really care about what anybody else thinks about you.
And when I'm busy trying to like love somebody else and like force stuff on them, then I'm not loving myself. And that's why I gain weight. And that's why I be stressed out, because it's like I stop watering my own garden. My stuff's shriveling up. So, like you said, everybody just not holding themselves accountable, but holding other people accountable and worried about them. And like, why don't you accept me? Why don't you accept me? Why don't you accept yourself and move on? Let me back up, because this was a big thing for me a couple weeks ago, but it's on that same vein.
Go ahead.
But it's like I really had the Lizzo issue. What Lizzo wore to Cardi B's.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, which issue?
I know, exactly. And it's just like, I don't really care. I don't keep Lizzo in my like background, nothing, whatever. But it's like, it kept popping up. And then it's like, they had the comparison of Rihanna and I'm like, why is that even like a topic? Like, it doesn't matter. It's not at this point, it's not about Rihanna. It's not about another person who's smaller, who's naked. They both naked, and they both shouldn't be naked. I mean, Rihanna was at like a place where most people are naked most times. But where like, I think people are more annoyed with Lizzo. With Lizzo always having to force, accept me, I'm big and I can be naked too. And it's like, the stuff you do, like regardless of your size, we would still say something.
Right.
And it's just like, at this point, and it's like, the problem is like, you doing too much. Like, every time I turn around, I'm looking at your butt. I'm looking at your boobs. I'm looking at something. And it's just like, if you...
And she's like, if I was skinny, you wouldn't care. And it's like...
Yes, we would. We
maybe,
would say
maybe
stuff.
not.
To me, it's...
Like, love yourself.
I don't think she gets backlash because she's fat. I think she gets backlash because everybody has gotten backlash for doing the stuff she's doing. Yeah. And I don't think she's realizing that. And she's really trying to turn it as a... I think she's doing it because... I don't know. I feel like there's a lack of self-love in herself.
Yes, definitely.
And I feel like she's doing it because...
Why don't you like me? Why don't you like me?
Yeah. I feel like she wants to create an issue to, like, push. You know, she knows it's going to be an issue when she does it. And so I feel like she wants that issue so she can push this narrative of, you should love me the way I look and how I feel and everything. And it's like, that's not the problem. We're pushing the issue because nobody, fine or skinny, should be doing what you're doing. You know?
Don't want to see your butt all the time.
Right.
And I really do feel like it's an attention-seeking, self-love thing.
It is.
Because it's like, if you're really confident in yourself, then you don't need the...
You don't have to act out.
Yeah,
it's
you don't
acting
need
out.
the acceptance of others.
Right.
Like Rihanna did it. She didn't give a dang if you said something or not. This is my statement. This is what I want to do. Evidently, it was tied to her anti-album.
Right.
So she had like a movement behind it. And boom. But it's just like, she wants people to accept it, and like, I don't know. And then right now, I feel like that she's entertaining the trolls.
And then
trolls
I'm fat,
gonna be trolls.
so I feel like I can talk about this, but I feel like, shut up. I feel like the whole "you should accept me because I'm fat" thing. It's like, yeah, sure, but at the same time, it's like, how's your health, relating to your size? Like it starts to go into bigger problems. It's like I don't like. People shouldn't be bullied because they're fat, but at the same time,
don't push being unhealthy.
Yeah, you shouldn't be like, you're pushing a certain lifestyle that is essentially just bad for you.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, you shouldn't accept being the size you are, and just being like that, because essentially it's going to lead you to a short life, or like it's bad for it's bad for you at the end of the day. So I mean, like, if she wants to go ask some male counterparts if it's bad for them, you can ask Ross, you can ask Khaled, you can ask Fat Joe, you can ask a lot of them. Like, Pun died because of how big he was.
And then Fat Joe started working,
Yeah, Fat Joe lost a lot of weight.
But focus on your health. Like, Tabria Major, she's my, like, favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And just, like, she just dropped her little Halloween thing, because she does, like, Halloween videos. Like, this year she did Sierra. Last year she did, like, Beyonce, or whatever year that was. But she's large, but she works out, and she's like, make sure she's toned. And it's just like, yes, I accept my body and what I am, but, I am focused on my health.
I actually put Lizzo and Lil Nas X in the same category.
Me too.
Because they do. It's nobody cares.
It's the
it's attention seeking. Like, nobody cares that Lil Nas X is gay. Like, that's not gonna make your music better or worse. You do stuff to cause all this attention, and you you want people to say stuff so you can just do more stuff back.
That's how they feel like they're gonna stay relevant.
But a lot of people do it because they don't accept themselves.
Yeah, he doesn't accept himself. Honestly, if we're gonna be honest.
But I will give Lil Nas X the fact that he did use it to push his album.
Yeah, of course. It was everything's a rollout.
Lizzo just be doing stuff.
Everything's a rollout.
Yeah.
Lizzo needs to do it to stay relevant, as you know, she doesn't have.
Now she's like almost.
She doesn't have music coming out.
Like her artistry, like it hasn't been as strong lately.
She had one hit song, and ever since then, you know, it just hasn't been the same.
It's just like me, you know, headlines.
But they said that song was like years old.
It is.
Yeah.
And then honestly, because of
that's the only song I know about her.
I kind of didn't like that she got on that song with Cardi B. Because wasn't that about the same topic?
Didn't Cardi B get on that song? Yeah, that was her song. And Cardi B got on it.
Oh, my bad. Take that back.
But
what was the song about? I felt like
I don't know. That's the funny part. And
supposedly not giving it there.
It's the same topic. Yeah. So you're right. It's the same topic. But it's still like, you know, Lizzo's music hasn't, like, Adele was fat at one point, and she made great music.
Lizzo and Adele don't hold, no pun intended, the same weight.
They don't at all. You're right. Adele is a true better artist and singer.
And she didn't push her weight at all.
Yeah, she did.
She didn't have to.
She sung. She pushed her vocals. She showed you why she was who she was.
People accept you for who you are, not the size.
Yeah, I know. People make like, and that goes back to the shallow part though. Like, when all you care about is the like surface part of you, and you actually just don't care about the deeper inside parts. That's all you're gonna project on people, and that's all you're gonna care about if people talk about it, you know.
Or you're insecure about it.
Yeah. All right. Well, good talk, everybody. We gotta go. We got things to do. You know, our next topic is race a thing. All right. See you next week. All right. Bye. Thank you for listening to Akki and Friends.